Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Dice. My name is Matt, and welcome to our Friday night campaign, the Spread Eagles. That's all you're getting. All you're getting.
We'll get one more in the synopsis, don't worry.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will.
No, you won't.
Wait, I missed it. What's our name?
Nothing.
Wait, guys, back to Bald and Pork to our suite.
What's the sweet name? I missed that. I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it?
Rude.
That's what happens when you don't show up. Friday, how's everyone doing?
We do better if you said our name. Say my name. Say my name.
You okay?
I'm really hyper.
We just started.
She's really pumped for tonight, dude.
We got 4 hours of this, oh boy. It's Friday.
I'll crash.
Yep. Alright. Now that I got chat up and running, so I can read.
Well, the Sass Master isn't here tonight, so Shelby's gotta
That's right.
compensate.
Oh, you mean the woman that gets you guys into literally every shitstorm you ever get into?
Yep.
It's both of them.
You're right. Okay, so
What am
half.
I?
So half of
You
the.
fight everyone.
No, I don't.
You threaten them and are angry all the time.
You really like to criticize every NPC's morals.
You
at
like to get-
every opportunity.
Even our allies.
You get extremely... Okay, so let's...
In fact, most of the time the people...
He said the horses should suffer.
Most of the time the people
not
you're
what he
nice
said.
to are the bad guys.
Let's consider this on a scale, okay? There's get
You almost
extremely-
killed me with a rock.
There's get extremely combative with every NPC, and then down here, climb a tree. You're like up here. Zeros is down here.
And I'm stuck in the middle. You can kill me.
You can kill me.
Oh, that's not allowed.
I want to go.
Is it not?
Take me now.
I mean, I guess if she really wants to, but that seems pretty out of character.
I almost killed him.
Bad touch.
I won't touch you with my soft hand. I'll touch you with my bad hand.
Why? Why?
What are we doing here, Matt?
I guess we're playing D&D tonight.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is it? Inflict wounds. I will inflict wounds instead of cure wounds.
I hate you.
Jeez.
I need a wild magic cleric now.
Why?
That has to like fucking roll a die on whether they cure wounds or inflict wounds.
That sounds
Amazing.
threatening and terrifying.
Like, oh, let me go hurt the boss.
I mean,
Shit.
necromancy magic's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Shrug.
And look, you healed the boss 50 health.
No, thank you.
Let's get into
Yeah,
tonight's
I don't know.
session.
Aiden did it with a fireball, so.
He did do that with a fireball. So.
Brings it up like I was supposed to know.
Kinda.
He brings it up because he likes making fun of you. There's a difference.
You brought it up. So who's he? Is it you?
Yes.
Oh. Well, shit.
So guys, last we gathered, we watched as the Spread Eagles continued their voyage across the Nazesta Sea, passing through the narrow strait that goes between the Valhalla territories and the Deshaya wastelands, and pushing farther into the Nazesta Sea towards their location of the Ivory Coast. While traveling through the sea, they decided to stop when they saw a shipwreck with multiple mangrove trees and various algae and things growing across it. As they walked through the sandbar, peering below where the deck was, they saw ancient ruins and old wreckage of the ship and various cargo laying about. They decided to swim about 130 feet to the depths of the ocean floor and began investigating this sunken treasure. While searching through all the treasure and the various things, the party unknowingly entered into the hunting grounds of a sea leviathan, a massive beast that roams the Nazesta Sea and the seas of Tilstaria. As it spewed boiling hot water at them and they frantically tried to run away, most of you narrowly escaping with your lives, they eventually slew the beast and escaped with their chest of rare wines.
Yeah.
Was it well worth it?
Yeah.
Who knows?
We did it all for grapes. Vinegar grapes.
They were a very bad host.
As well in their loot they found just before diving down, they found a crate, an old crate. After smashing it open, found it to be full of rare gems and a ledger. A ledger that seemed to belong to some company known as the White Griffins. You guys boarded the ship, the Onyx Whisperer, and continued your voyage. It wasn't long into the next couple of days where you were stopped by a woman. A drow woman with a crew of various drow and snow elves and orcs who called herself the Void Lance. A headhunter admiral, vice admiral, of the Velhero Territories Navy. You guys distracted her for a short while Ezra took some time to put up an illusion and secure cargo underneath. And not long after, as Cress flirted with her, as she does, the Void Lance departed, and we now find you guys drifting across the Nezesta Sea towards your final destination of the Ivory Coast.
Yeah, you hid invisible.
Never.
You also hid.
They wouldn't have known who I was. It's fine.
Yeah. Vice Admiral of the Velhero Territories Navy?
No idea.
Definitely wouldn't know who you were.
What? No. They've never seen me before in their life.
Okay, you wanted to come back?
Do it. We got a boat to capsize.
We got this!
3 fireballs and a controlled water, baby. That boat's going down.
Oh, what are you guys doing?
Man.
Remembering I bought a spell storing ring like 3 sessions ago. I should put some spells in there.
Didn't you put a fireball in there?
I did. And then I used it, like 5 minutes later.
You did, and I put a fireball in there.
That's right, excuse me.
In the middle of a tavern, too.
Yes.
And
It was
kinda-
pretty good.
Kind of alerted some people.
For like a second, it's fine.
But don't worry, it's a tavern where we were recognized as heroes, so it was okay. It's fine.
We're heroes. We can do whatever we
Oh
want.
my god, that hero almost blurred us all to a crisp. Yeah, but we'll let him slide.
Then we'd have to change the name of the suite.
What's the name of our suite?
Ready to go sleep.
But the DM didn't say it. DM, what's the name of our suite?
I don't know, what is it?
DM, I need you to say it.
What is
If
the
you-
current name of what was formerly known as the King Suite?
You already know what it is.
But our viewers might not know
We
what
have
it
selective
is.
amnesia.
You don't.
What if we have new viewers, DM?
Well, then it's in previous episodes.
Well, you should tell them. It's quite rude, but it's fine. Whatever.
Making them work for it.
So, as you guys begin drifting
To be
through
fair,
the oceans, after awaking and narrowly missing the encounter with the woman known as the Void Lance, you guys now drifting closer to the Ivory Coast, only about a day and a half's travel away. Somebody roll a d20 for me for today's encounter.
That wasn't even cocked. That's a 20.
Natural 20?
That 20. Good news, good news, good news!
Random
Kraken.
encounter- Yeah, I was gonna say
The
20.
full thing.
As you guys are drifting through the open ocean, you catch sight of a small jagged rock sticking out of the water off in the distance, with a bit of sand surrounding it and 2 palm trees kind of overarching, creating just a bit of shade. Where you can see the outline of a man laying against this rock.
Cress, what do you see? She's up in the crow's nest. Obviously.
She'll convey it down to everybody.
Is it Mango's dad?
I hate you so much.
He's on vacation.
I don't know who it is, but I wasn't particularly a fan of what happened the last time we randomly hopped onto an island.
Can we send our dragon to go pick him up and carry him to the ship?
Yeah, but this one's only got 2 trees. And no shipwreck.
Yes, the ship was the bad omen.
Could we yell to him?
You guys are about half a mile away. You can just barely see him off in the distance. But yeah, you can try and yell.
I'm gonna try to yell.
You're gonna yell half a mile.
Yeah, I'm loud. I'm gonna yell.
Or you could just turning that off for a second. Or you could just, wait the 15 to 20 minutes or however long until you guys get there.
Or you
just
can
gonna
yell
keep
the whole
yelling.
time.
Yeah. That's what I was about
Okay,
to
what are
say.
you yelling?
Hey!
Just continually yelling hey over and over again.
Until he responds.
No,
yes.
just.
Okay, you continue to yell every few seconds.
Oh boy.
No response. You guys drift ever closer, you yell again, yet again, no response. And as you guys are drifting closer and
Bastard.
closer, you notice that the body has not moved at all.
Oh, he did.
Keep yelling, hey!
Eventually, you
Wait,
guys
how
get
close are we?
from
Start
here.
firing cannons. That'll get his attention.
You're about a quarter of a mile.
Go travel.
No, I don't think you can. It's like 1,200 feet.
I don't think I can throw javelin that far.
A few minutes and goes by, and you drift ever closer, yelling yet again. But now you can see that there is a bit of a straw hat on this man's head, and he is all bone.
Aw, sad Fred. I want to get off and go see him.
Jumping off the boat to go.
By
and
all
see
bone,
Seth.
do you mean
Fred?
he is very skinny, or do you mean he's a skeleton?
He is a skeleton.
Okay. Just confirming.
What is that?
Jumped off and onward.
Oh no.
We have
The captain's like, oh, what are we doing?
Can the dragon go and grab her?
The dragon is a
Tiny dragon.
tiny dragon, but you can always try and direct it. You guys haven't spent any time trying to teach it anything.
I'm not allowed to.
It's been a busy couple days.
I'm asking you to tell it to grab Avaria.
Dude, that dragon is like.
Can your child handle
big.
this, Keller?
It's gotta be bigger than
This
that.
boat hasn't stopped moving.
How big is this baby white dragon?
14-foot wingspan.
Fuck you, it's that size.
It's tiny. It's a hatchling.
See?
Dragon eggs
I
are
was
pretty
right.
big.
No, I don't
can't
think.
swim above
I
ours.
don't think they can. No.
Interesting.
It's like the size of a bald eagle.
A spread eagle?
But
I knew I should pick something else.
You walked into that one.
I don't know what we wanna do here.
She's already
boat-
off on an
yeah,
adventure.
The captain's just like,
Yeah, Crest just
throw the
jumped
anchors
after.
overboard. We're
Yeah.
stopping. So you just see Stratton and Edmund come running up on deck. They grab the two anchors on the front. Each one tosses one over the side, and the boat just slowly, as the anchors drift, begins to drift sideways because it was not properly stopped.
Yeah, we're fucking slamming on the brakes.
They need their
Oh.
cousin at
if you
me.
could hear a boat's tires squeal, that they would be doing it right now.
Okay. It takes you a while to swim swimming against the currents. Make a strength saving throw for me.
Where's the dice? Oh. Do my saving throws yet? 17.
You're able to push through the strong waters, but it does take you quite a while. Everyone else is kind of watching on awe, and it takes you about 15 minutes to swim this short distance over to this island.
They're like, damn, you slow.
I'm gonna grab a little boat.
That's a great idea.
Eventually,
Keller.
as we
You
stop,
can
I will grab a
definitely
little
grab a
boat.
dinghy.
I'm gonna grab a rowboat. Yeah.
Let's go grab
Let
it.
me get there
Who's
first.
grabbing my dinghy?
Oh my.
As you guys lower the small rowboat into there, who is all joining? It holds only about 5 passengers.
There's 5 of us, so
Crest is in the water right after Avaria, so it's only 4
that's
on the
fair.
4 and Spud, thank you very much.
Oh, that's
There's
right.
always room for 5.
That's fair. Crest would probably jump into the water right
Yes.
after Avaria did it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You see the two of them. And we'll see how Crest does.
+6
Natural
for
20.
strength save. Well, there you go.
Those white dice he's using, I'm telling you.
Crest is over there like Michael Phelps over to this.
It's the pair of
fucking
like
island.
ivory white dice that he's got. They always roll 20s.
You have something against white dice, Aiden?
No, that's how you describe if he's got a bunch of dice in his dice tray. It's the white set of dice.
Wow, does somebody want to help me row this boat over to the island?
Zeros is helping it. Don't worry about
Oh, of course, of course.
Spud's nipping at the.
So just the two of them are going?
No, we're all
it.
going.
No, all 5 of us are in the
So it only
boat.
holds 5, so how is everyone getting back?
Well,
I assume Crest and Avaria are
Avaria
gonna
and
swim.
with-
Crest swam up. They can swim back.
Okay.
Your ass is swimming, squishy boy.
I'll just use control water and just throw myself up on the boat. I'm too lazy for that shit.
Hang 10, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cowabunga!
All of you, all 6 of you, including Spud, which would make 7 for the boat, continue over to the island. You guys come across the 2 palm trees, kind of slowly making an X above each other over the top of this man, creating a bit of shade just in the area where he lays leaned up against this kind of pointed cliff out of the ground and the sand kind of billowing around him.
He's gonna come alive.
Yeah, that's what
He holds in one hand looks to be a bottle of rum, the cork pulled out and maybe about a quarter of the bottle left, and there is a small little stone that is kind of looks like just sitting in the sand next to him.
Does it have a face drawn on it?
No.
I get the reference. Got a little handprint on there. I would like to try and get a closer look at the stone, I suppose.
As you pick it up, it's more like a prism, and it's seems magical in nature.
Y'all didn't want me to go.
I would like to look around the rest of this
Coward,
area.
do you have detect magic
You
on
look
you?
around; it is a sandy, small island.
Just nothing else other than
It's
this
about 6 feet wide.
single dude.
Single dude, and yeah,
No coconuts.
no.
Kind of just want to like poke him with my foot.
I want to take a
The
straw hat
bones
off.
just kind of.
Okay, I'll take the bottle.
Okay.
Is there anything else on him?
Hat.
This person.
I was wondering what you
Just the
had.
hat.
The hat and his clothes.
I'll take his
Same
hat.
diff, it's fine.
Okay, you have a straw hat.
Yay!
Yeah, why don't we take it back to the boat and I'll take a look at it.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I want to bury him.
Avaria, I think he went out the way he wanted to.
I'm burying him. Crest would agree with me. Me and Crest are gonna bury him.
As you guys start to, that's not how this works. As you start to dig into the sand, it just quickly fills with water. You get the sense of know you're gonna bury him on this island.
Take his bones.
Viking funeral.
Yes.
Give
Hey,
her the dinghy.
you got
Light a
speak
rowboat on
with Dad over
fire.
there. Let's find out what this homie really wanted.
What?
You got to speak with Dad over there. Let's find out what this homie really wanted.
Oh, I don't know
great
if
idea.
I do.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't think I do.
Not
Oh, I
Not
probably
today?
don't.
Could take a skull with him and talk to him later.
Oh, I do. Okay,
Nice.
we're taking
Prepared?
this. Yeah, it's prepared, but I haven't had a long rest.
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah, you would have had a long rest.
been a
'cause we
number
had-
of days
Yeah,
since
we
Oh.
our fight.
yeah, we had like at least a day.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but we have.
Okay, so we have a long rest. Okay. So
She
yeah,
actually has it prepared.
I do.
Yeah, it's in your spell list.
That's solid.
I know
I'll
it's in her
take
spell,
No, like,
but she has it
It's
prepared.
prepared.
On the
Third
page.
level, yes.
It's right there.
I am sorely confused because that does not do damage.
Okay, I'm gonna cast
The
it.
fact that she has Speak with Dead prepared and not Revivify just tells me what kind of player she is.
Down
That's
there.
prepared too.
I have both of them. Thank you.
It's the
She's
essentials.
like, I'm gonna let him die and then just talk to him.
That does sound about right.
Shit, I didn't pack Revivify. Sorry, mate.
I have
Cast Speak with Dead. My bad. Kicks body into ocean.
Okay, so what is Speak with Dead? What do I do with that?
Read the title of the spell.
I know that.
You speak with Dead.
Oh, that's a
5 questions.
inspiration.
Up to
Oh,
5
look at there.
questions. That's what I was looking for.
Where's
5
that?
questions, guys. We've got 5 questions. I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead on him.
We don't have 5 questions. You have 5 questions.
Only
Okay,
you
but
can ask
you.
them.
We get to
I know, but you guys can feed me
No,
questions.
you're in control of this situation.
We get to discuss the 5 questions.
give her
It's
all
fine.
5. It'll be fine. She's not at all an agent of chaos.
Would you read the whole spell just so you have an understanding of it?
There's a lot of big words, dear.
That's where you get to do it.
Oh my.
Socratic seminar over Speak with Dead very quickly.
Do you want me to pass you the iPad?
No, it's in the spells. It's not hard to find at the back. Go to the S's, Matt. Speak.
going to the S.
SP. SPE.
Dead. 5e.
Yes.
I got it. It's right here.
Speak. Dead.
You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choosing within range, allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. Spell fails if the corpse was targeted to the spell in the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including languages it knew, Answers only are usually brief, cryptic, and repetitive. The corpse is under no compulsion to offer truthful answers if you are hostile to it or recognizes you as an enemy.
Or is hostile to everyone.
The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to the body, only its animated spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn any new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. Just so you understand.
I'll have to read your palm.
So you're doing it?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so you guys watch as Avaria takes the time to set up a few candles and a bit of burning incense, and as she lights it, the incense kind of drifts with a bit of a tent, and as it breathes into the skull of this man, you watch as his eyes just begin to glow with a bright blue flame, as he just is staring back at you.
Have his hat on.
You put on his straw hat?
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Oh my.
I guess a
have
good
questions.
ask
want
them their
the-
name. Ask
I want
How'd
the
you die?
ball.
What's your name?
the ball, the
The
prison.
stone.
What is this thing?
Hold on. Calric still has to identify what it is.
Well, I could ask him what.
He might lie to us, though.
Just give it here.
Fine.
I don't think he can see it.
Can he see it?
Only knows what he knew in life.
What is it called?
It's a prism.
What is this prism stone that you died with?
Pick item.
He's a genius. The skeleton's really smart.
What kind of magic does this hold?
Oh, that's two. Huh?
Abjuration.
The school of magic, yeah.
I should ask.
I don't know. Get off the topic of the prism. It's useless. Just ask them whatever you want to ask them.
What's your name?
Tiberius Luxford.
Name familiar to anyone?
Is that name by chance familiar to anybody? Okay.
Oh.
Why were you on this island?
I was marooned here.
My favorite color.
Were you a captain of a ship?
No. And then they just...
Wow.
We learned so much.
It's a good thing he can't remember any of that.
Oh boy.
Y'all let me handle it.
It's also a good thing he's not buried, otherwise he'd be rolling in his grave.
Shelby's first use of Speak with Dead, and
It's not
No,
true.
it's second.
Second.
I
Oh,
used it
okay.
before.
Her and Crest talked to something.
Yeah, like one of the mages that we like slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I distinctly remember absolutely destroying someone and then talking to their corpse, so. Oh, I wish we could have done that with that deer.
Oh,
Jesus.
Speak with dead.
what is wrong with you?
I have both of them. I could have done it.
Alright,
Wow.
moving on.
Avari,
Back
may
to the
I
ship.
have the prism back.
Oh, I threw it at you.
She threw it at Kelric, yeah.
Cool.
Yay big.
Now you launch
It's a fucking softball.
Just takes me out. Now you got 2 dead people on this island.
Good thing you've got Revivify.
I know, it's a good thing. Even though
You can
someone
speak. You can
doubts
speak with
me.
his dead body and then revive him.
I could!
That sounds like a terrible torturing
I think you run out of time,
method.
but because
How long is
Not as good as the last
Revivify?
you can only do it for a minute
Need to do it again.
after they die.
You... Ah,
You have to
damn it.
ask your questions quickly.
They did that on purpose.
Maybe.
Probably.
For people like me.
Besides the point. Back
Okay.
to the ship.
I think that's a great idea.
Going back.
Calric, do you want to identify that thing?
Yeah. Let's get back on the rowboat. Are you 2 swimming again?
How far are we from the big boat?
About 50 feet.
That's it? Well, 5 people can take the boat and I can teleport 2 more of us.
Let's just swim. It's not too bad. I'll swim if you guys want.
No, I will
Spud.
swim.
Spud, do you mind getting in the water, bud?
He
He'll
will
get his
corrode.
Give him a
I
little.
designed him to be able to go in the water.
It's fine.
He turns into a little like submarine.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
a little propeller in the back. We've already
He
discussed
puts
this.
his tail up and then his little propeller comes out
Yeah.
and goes to the
He's
water.
really disappointed in it. We swimming. Or I
Disappointed
swimming.
It wasn't a boat number.
Okay, make a strength saving
How
throw.
many people are swimming?
Yeah, how many people are swimming?
You and Cress.
Okay.
Okay,
The
never
same
mind.
people who
Spud's
swam
gonna
out
stay
here.
on the boat. That's fine.
7.
Natural 20 for Cress.
That works. What do you get?
7.
Cress is just like Michael Phelps in the ocean right now, dude. Just like full on.
Cress is like already to the boat, and Shelby's about halfway, where you guys just see her start to sink because she cannot push against the waves.
I'm like a dolphin!
I jump out of the boat.
Okay. Takes you a few seconds, but you eventually make it over to where Avaria is.
All right. As soon as I get a hand on Ivory, I just thunderstep up to the deck of the ship.
Okay.
Mind the wave. Mind the
Everybody,
wave.
everybody on the boat, please make a dexterity saving throw.
It's just sound. It
Josh,
shouldn't
let's
move the
see.
water.
I rolled.
It's a
I
shockwave.
got that one.
It's sound.
Oh boy.
Wow. All right, that's bad. 6.
What's your DC over there, kiddo?
6.
Yes.
16.
11.
4 if it matters.
Fuck.
We all get blown off the boat.
All of you guys, the boat just turns over and begins to capsize.
Hey, we capsized the
Wrong boat.
boat. I
The captain just said,
Teleport on.
"What are you doing with my boat?"
I teleport to the ship with the Var, and I'm like, fuck! And immediately dive back off the
I will,
Cress is turning around to swim back.
along with Zeros, I will help
We're gonna-
try to right the rowboat.
Okay, strength check at advantage.
Do I have anything that can make the boat not capsize?
No. You're back on the boat.
a little late, I already did it.
11.
At advantage?
Yeah. Rolled a 6 and a 5.
Yeah.
We died out here on the fucking waves.
You guys,
15 feet from
you
the
guys are
boat.
like slowly getting over, but as you do, it just begins to sink because the water is slowly filling in it.
Well, if it capsized, it wouldn't sink.
I'm gonna grab
Yeah,
onto
but
the
they're trying to flip it over,
That's
so it's
fair.
filling with water.
Come here! Yeah, the girl.
I'm gonna grab onto the back of Spud, and we're gonna go to the
I
Onyx
will-
Whisper.
I will cast control water and throw
Wait,
everything
wait.
on board the ship.
Hold up. Cress is already swimming back towards you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she's faster than me.
I would like to cast Reduce on the boat.
On the dinghy?
On our tiny boat, yeah.
Okay.
To make it easier to flip over. It is
Okay.
now halved in all dimensions and 1/8 its weight.
Why
Okay,
would we do
with
that?
an 11, you guys could definitely get it over
So,
then and dump out the water.
Reduce it, dump all the water out, flip it over, and spell.
Why didn't we
Full-size boat again.
do that with the big boat?
Doesn't work on the big boat.
The big boat.
Why won't it work on the big boat?
Because it's a big
Because it's
boat.
too big.
That's outside the realm of the spell.
Yeah, you need a lot of people casting Reduce at that rate.
Alright.
Oh, for God's sake.
The boat is flipped back over and you guys are slowly pulling yourselves in one by
Yes.
one. Cress turns around and calls back up into the Onyx Whisper. About 15 minutes goes by as you guys very tiredly row the boat back to the Onyx Whisper, and they pull you all back on deck.
Well, that was ass.
Got a cool rock though. Kind of cool, I guess. What is that rock anyway?
Yeah, I'll sit down and start working on identify on it.
Capsize.
Oh, no, I capsized the little boat.
About 20 minutes go. No, 20, sorry, 15, God, 11 minutes goes by after your ritual cast Identify,
Think about that.
and you have an Iron Stone of Fortitude.
Oh, Shiza.
Wait, what?
Ion Stone of Fortitude.
Shit.
I am
Welcome.
gonna WD-40 that chair so fucking hard, Matt.
Do it.
I hate that chair so much.
You can't hate that chair. I spent too much money on that chair.
Yeah, it just needs to be cared for, not neglected.
Neglected.
I would know. Matt's a master at neglecting.
Okay. Somebody read the Iron Stone of Fortitude, please.
An Ion Stone is named after Ion, a god of knowledge and prophecy revered on some worlds. Many types of Ion Stone exist, each type a distinct combination of shape and color. When you use an action to toss one of these stones into the air, the stone orbits your head at a distance of 1d3 feet and confers a benefit to you. Thereafter, another creature must use an action to grasp or net the stone to separate it from you, either by making a successful attack roll against AC 24 or a successful DC 24 dexterity acrobatics check. You can use an action to seize and stow the stone, ending this effect. A stone has AC 24, 10 hit points, and resistance to all damage. It is considered to be an object that is being worn while it orbits your head. Fortitude. Your Constitution score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20 while this pink rhomboid orbits your head.
A girl. Princess, come on.
So decide amongst yourselves who wants that. But
I'm out of attunement slots, so.
Do I have any attunements?
I almost wonder if Crest does.
I can tell you.
I can go check her character sheet.
I've already got it pulled up.
Oh, okay.
I do have an attunement.
Cress is out of attunable slots.
Probably give it to you. Or Zeros.
Sure, yeah, unless Zeros, you want it.
Zeros never gets fucking hit, but
well, last combat he didn't even get to really do much because he couldn't swim past.
that's fair.
I believe you have 2 slots attuned to. Your weapon and the Beacon of Heroism.
Ivory, do you want the Constitution rock?
Constitution rock.
That's a wonderful way to put it. Holy
At
shit.
least it's not a constipation.
I mean, I have an open thingy for it.
That would be pretty shit.
Constipation rock.
What's your Constitution score?
Mine?
Yes.
I don't know.
At the top of your character sheet.
16. So it would
16.
be useful.
Give it to her.
Sure. Unless you don't want anyone to
Nope,
save
I'll
that stuff.
take it.
Sure.
I'm just thinking more hit points for the healer.
That makes total sense to me. I got
Remember what it's called?
So I'm good.
Constipation rock.
Would you like me to add it?
Oh.
That's definitely not its name. So
Don't throw stuff at me. That is spousal abuse.
correct.
No, it's not.
We all saw it.
Oh my, let's not do that on stream, please. Thank you.
Quit being such a simp,
That goes
Dustin.
against.
Oh, okay,
Which
we don't
terms
use
is
that
that?
word.
It wasn't derogatory. Why?
All right. So you guys continue on for the rest of the day. You guys have about half a day's worth of downtime if there's anything anyone would like to be working on.
I want to rest.
Because you did so much today.
You're attuning to your constipation stone.
Yeah. How long is it gonna take me to attune to that?
Whatever.
Okay, and after that, I can take a short, long rest. I won't.
You can take a short rest.
Yeah, which is long rest.
No.
No, a long rest for you is 4 short rests ish,
Nothing
I want a short, long
Do we have
rest.
any
or a long short rest.
books that we have
technically,
not read
right
yet?
now.
We have a lot of books that we've just like picked
I
up.
want all my spell slots.
Fuck what books we just randomly picked up.
You should have most of them.
I have all but one.
Keller, do you have any electricity
Several.
spells? Do you have any
I've used
power
them.
over lightning?
God! How many do you start out with?
Why?
Less than you.
Why?
Could I use
Oh,
you
well, I
as
guess
a power
that's not your
conduit?
thing.
Power the golem head.
Wanna fight? Right.
I don't think I have anything that you're looking for, no.
Shame.
It's
There's my bad princess.
I'm pretty sure that we don't have much unless you've got a thing with the golem head you'd like to try to do.
I have.
Forgot about the fucking golem
I don't know if I have
head.
anything. I have tried on it already.
I mean, I do have some yellow aether dust.
Well, I didn't try with that like giant, like, wrist-thick chunk of aether I got out of the lab. Could try that.
Yeah, but I wonder if maybe any of the... there's any circuitry, if it's
It comes and steals your chair.
per se damaged or disconnected, we could use yellow aether dust to reconnect the conduit.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
DM, I would like to work with Hallen on the golem head. Specifically me, I have 2 pounds of yellow aether dust.
Okay. What are you doing with it?
I would like to, as we kind of slowly take apart certain elements and put back others, within the golem head, see if there's any disconnected conduits or circuits of any form, and kind of replace them piecemeal as we like try different, as he applies energy and I kind of finish the conduit to see if it's carrying.
Okay. Either both of you make an investigation check, or one of you make an investigation check at advantage.
What you doing?
Shoot, I'll make an investigation check at advantage. Let's see, nat 20 plus 6. So,
As you're looking throughout the head, there's definitely copper wires and stuff that run throughout the inside of here that are slightly insulated with pieces of rubber and other things on the inside.
Yeah.
But they're less like things that would carry conduit, or I mean carry electricity, that you get the sense as you're looking across it, and like the various pieces on the inside. Now that you've taken some time to kind of look deep on the inside of this and kind of dismantled it ever so slightly, there are small arcane runes that are kind of carved throughout the inside of the skull, and you get the sense that those are how the mechanism works.
wow, this is...
I will take out the azure and opal stones and kind of draw them, and as I do, this thin beam of light and I will start to kind of use mending on the various copper circuits that do seem damaged.
Okay. A few of them do kind of come back together, and there is, they are there for some electrical support. It's kind of like a combination of the arcane and technology that kind of powers and helps this robotic head, or whatever this golem was, work. The one thing you do see is like all these copper wires go to like a singular node in the center that has a bunch of arcane runes around the center of it. You get the sense that's more of like a brain or a central hardware piece that would give this the semblance of thought, or the place where it would receive its directive.
What are you thinking?
Well, let's see, I can put the aether that we found in it back, obviously, to route that. Can you tell what any of those runes in there are saying?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Wow.
I'd imagine they... maybe... Question, how does Spud work?
Spud is weirdly kind of similar to this. I don't have a bunch of runes on his internals, but it's a similar sort of system of aether and, wiring, dispersing electrical energy.
I guess I'll ask this: how's Spud given his sense of self, his intelligence, his person?
Well,
'Cause I almost think that
take you out.
I almost think that the arcane runes in here are maybe what give this entity its capabilities and its persona.
That's probably pretty close to what we're looking at. Well, to be totally honest about how Spud works, it's a little more complicated than a simple construct. This was a little above me. This was when I was just getting into new beginnings, but Spud did not always start as a mechanical form. He used to be about about this size. He was a little turtle. He was my pet back home.
Like a real turtle.
Yes. And Spud got sick, and Mr. Strovrick offered to help me out. He didn't tell me how he did it, but he preserved Spud like this, and now he's himself, but within his mechanical body.
So did Mr. Stovrick offer you that as well? The point to your arm.
Yes. It was a collaborative project.
Why is he so generous to preserving?
You know, that's a really good question.
I mean, I think it's
That's
wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that you have your faculties about you, and I'm glad that Spud is a real boy now.
Yeah, he, Mr. Stovrick has a habit of trying to recover things that are lost, I guess. Some of my other friends at New Beginnings also have, you know, mechanical prosthetics. Nothing as advanced as this. None of them are usually used for combat. They're simply, you know, prosthetics for moving around, but he does have a tendency to do that. Yeah.
Just for clarification, your prosthetic is the only one in the world that can move.
Like,
Has mechanical movement. All others
Yeah.
are just like, if someone's got a fake leg, it's simply a metallic fake leg, like
Yeah.
a peg leg. There's
Yeah,
no,
that's
there's
what
no
I'm-
movement to it.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Because yours is still very much a early prototype.
Yeah.
Be very interested to meet Mr. Stovrick one day.
Well, that'll probably be someday sooner rather than later, I suppose.
So you don't think Mr. Stovrick could be responsible for something like this?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of,
As much
quite
oil.
frankly.
Preserving whatever this thing was?
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to think not, but this is not out of line for his character. No.
DM, I will sprawl out the original plans that led me to build Harbinger's Call. Any arcane runes or notes in that sort of thing that kind of correlate with this?
Make intelligence check.
Oh, you know, I'm not even gonna roll for it. I think I have a portents of 15. I'll use that.
Okay.
I sure
15
do.
plus 5,
Plus 4, I believe, so 19.
19. Okay. Looking it over, there aren't mention of any, if very little, if any, arcane runes in the blueprints for Harbinger's Call. Harbinger's Call is very much a 90% technological creation with about a 10% just for the power source, arcane.
Okay. I'm not sure about the runes, Howlin.
I haven't seen anything like them before.
Neither have I. I wonder where they come from.
That's a very good question.
Do they even seem... I guess because I've encountered this before, we have, like, standard arcane runes at the different magic schools. Then there's the old magic that was associated with the book that was given to me. Do they even seem like it's either of those?
With that same intelligence check, it's pretty obvious that there's really no correlation between them. These ones just look like a warping of the arcane itself.
Well, let's hold on to it. Maybe somebody in your... Well, surely somebody in New Beginnings will know.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, I suppose.
Me too.
Think we have enough Aether on hand to power this thing and try and ask it some questions?
I thought that's what we were doing.
It is, but do you think we got enough to fire it up?
Let's try.
Sure.
How much are you using?
I have 2 pounds of yellow aether dust.
Correct.
You
How
have
much are
like
you
a
using?
wrist-sized...
Yeah, I've got that, and I think like 1 or 2 more
Of yellow?
of white.
Or-
Of white
okay.
and some, I believe, a couple of smaller ones. Let me double check my inventory. Be sure.
I've got black aether.
Actually, clear this up for me, Howland. Is it white aether that was powering it, or yellow?
Yes, and I do, and I specifically put the piece of white aether with the runes that came out of the golem
Gotcha.
where it
I've
should
got 4
probably
pounds
go.
of artificial white aether.
I am.
If you want to throw it at this, we can do it.
Let's start small. Artificial aether is not my favorite power conduit, but
Sure.
we'll see what we can do.
It's your project. Let's go.
Sure. And I suppose DM will take just about all of the aether at our disposal and kind of route it in a way where it would go to power this head.
What are you routing it with? Are you just tying copper wires around it? What are you doing?
Good point. I mean, I do have a lot of spare parts. I know I bought a lot of wire. I'm sure that would probably suffice.
Sure.
Sure.
Make a tinker's check for me.
Oh, I have a fuck ton of white aether too
would
if
that-
anyone needs it.
It's safe to assume that I'm helping him with this.
Would that be Tinker's check with advantage then?
Yep.
Sure. Or you both roll.
That's another nat 20 plus 8.
It takes you guys the better half of about an hour to kind of get some wires ran around these and then place them inside this mechanical head, which is, a hefty piece of metal,
Yeah.
and kind of run them into this central membrane that kind of looks like it's the core of whatever this brain is. And then as you kind of close it, there is a bit of a glow from the inside. And as a bit of white light begins to shine through the slots of its eyes, there is a... and get the sense it's online.
Oh shit.
Well, there we go.
Gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting that.
Hold on, give me a moment. I'm gonna step behind the head real quick so it can't see me do this, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself. I will. Yeah, I know. I will gradually kind of go from looking like myself to.
I just very quickly pass around the head the notes for all of the testing that the previous person had done. Protocols and procedures, I think it was.
Cool.
And I will just kind of mosey over to where the rest of our workmanship is at and just look busy.
Yeah.
So as I disguise self, I will take the form of. Oh gosh, let me pull up the description.
His initials were TD, but we never got.
That
Terry
Hold
and
on.
Barrington.
I kind of start to take the form of a human man in his 40s. He's a bit shorter than I am, a couple inches. His hair is brown, but it's graying and it's thinning a little bit. He's got brown eyes, pale skin, very sort of like lab ratty sort of coat and outfit and whatnot. And I will walk in front of the golem head.
So give me one more time. What do you look like?
I look like Eisenstrovik.
Okay.
And I will walk in front of the golem head.
Okay.
Does it interact in any way with my presence, or does it just seem online?
Have you said anything to it?
I have not yet.
No interaction.
Let's see. Suppose I will take the book of like directives and commands and whatnot.
Operator's manual.
The operator's manual, and I'll look for a couple good phrases to ask it, if possible.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Sure. 21.
You're on the money today.
Going through the directives and the commands, there is they are very simplistic in nature. There's a guard, there's a report, there is a what's the word I'm looking for? There's an attack, there's a defend. No, sorry, that's the same as guard. and there's like a patrol. They're all very generic, very one-word commands.
Sure.
And there's a list of them, but going through all of them would be very tedious.
Yeah.
One for granting authorization.
That is a good point. Is there one for granting authorization?
On this side too.
There's the report command, but you don't know what that does.
Sure. Report.
Remind me, does disguise self disguise your voice as well?
That's a great question. Let's see.
No, but you certainly know how to imitate Stover, I would imagine.
Yeah. Sure. I don't think it does. I think it just changes. Let's see.
It only makes you illusory.
Yeah.
It doesn't change your
Yeah,
voice.
it's just illusory. Sure, so I'll do my best Eisenstover impression and ask for a report.
We finally found some downtime, now we're fucking with it.
Yeah.
No, it's too loud.
Well, hello, friend.
So, as you're sitting here and you talk to it, go ahead and give me a performance check with your Stoverick impression.
Sure. 17.
There's like a, and the eyes just kind of, there's no like actual eyes, but like the glowing in them kind of shifts, looking up in your direction.
Sure.
Command not recognized.
That one's coming.
Command not recognized. Cowrick, what should I ask next?
I don't know, this is your thing.
You're right, but this is like way out of my league.
Just start throwing shit at it, it's a robot. Yes, Mr. Stovic, sir. I'll save in the corner.
What is your creation date?
Doing brain math right now on the calendar.
Classified. Please present verification.
Verification.
Need to pronounce who you are.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What kind of password did he have with his luggage?
Password.
You're currently reporting to Eisenstover.
Eisenstover, not authorized user.
Oh. Okay. Think we can hotwire this thing to stop asking that shit? Because last time I got bodied in the gut. And do that.
Well, it's not like it has the capability of bodying you, Mr. Stovic, but sure.
You know what? I'm gonna make a tinker's check to try and override that.
You can sure try.
Sure. Let's see. 19.
You like try and override it, and as you're like messing with it, there is, now that the head is online, the membrane, as you're like messing with it, begins to glow ever so slightly, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
I can blow up the boat.
Let's see. 11.
This is why we don't tinker with shit in the middle of the ocean.
It'll be fine.
It's fine.
That is a failure. I'm so sorry.
Dying?
Are you right there too? I need you to make a dexterity saving throw too.
I mean, I was over at the workbench, depending how far away that is. Sure. Fuck
Is
it.
there a work?
Are you within, do you think you're within? Do you think you're within 15 feet?
It's D&D. Let's rock. Read it, leave. Natural 1.
Okay.
They're gonna blow themselves up.
Sure
You
will.
both take
Give them themselves
31
head.
points of force damage as this membrane begins to glow as you're like trying to tinker with it, and then there's like a wave that you can see starts to form and just, and you're both knocked back 15 feet. And there's like splinters across the top of the deck too, and the captain's just like, "What are we doing?"
No, we were in like a private room.
I thought you were up on deck.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, no, yeah, we were like...
Okay.
Did they just punch a hole in the side of the boat?
So the boat, as you guys are up on top of the boat, you can just feel this like below deck. And the captain's, what was that? Runs down below deck, swings open the door. What is going on here? And like the floor around you guys, without 15 feet out, is just splintered and cracked. And his eyes are just wide, his mouth is wide, staring into the room. Are you trying to get us all killed?
No, Captain, but we've got just as many questions as you do.
While this is happening, I would like to run back down to the storage area and check what was in all those crates that I was.
Oh my god.
As you make your
All
way
of the
over there,
illicit crates.
you notice that Ezra's hammock is hanging just in that area. And she is currently asleep, but you don't know her that well, so take that at your own risk.
Dear
I'll
move
wait
fast. I will use magic missile and sever the circuits that we repaired.
Okay.
They almost blew up the boat.
Nice.
It's fine. It's cosmetic damage.
And as you were tinkering with it, because you did do a decent job tinkering, but you still did not meet the DC to break through its brain. The one thing you did catch is that this thing has these arcane runes across it. While they probably give this thing its ability to do what it can, there are some of them that are defense mechanisms to keep people from getting into its mind.
Interesting.
Or its database, I should say.
Sure. Oh, I'm just waiting to see if you try and steal some shit.
No, I'm gonna wait
Sure.
until night.
Yeah, she's
When-
just like sitting there, arms behind her head, lean back, lying in her hammock.
No, I'm just gonna go mill about until tonight when
Okay.
she's on her shift. And then I'm gonna go look through everything.
Okay, is there anything else anyone would like to do before night falls?
I would like to apologize to the captain. First and foremost, of course.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
And then I suppose I will
Bless you.
spend
Thank you.
the remainder of my afternoon doing what I can to fix some of the deck. If I can mend anything, perhaps.
You can definitely mend it, it's wood.
Sure, I'll start mending some of the deck.
You start mending the room that you guys are in, and it'll take you basically the rest of the day to do it.
That's what I figured. Clean up a shame.
Alright, so you guys go ahead and do that. The rest of the day goes by, taking a short rest.
Fuck yeah, I am. I got ass blasted.
That's a great idea.
For anyone else that would like to take a short rest, they can. Avaria, your long rest is over.
I get that spell slot back.
That whole one spell slot
Yep.
for this night watch.
Yep. Yep. I might need
As the sun begins to set, Gregor lets out a long yawn, does a large stretch. Well, I'm gonna go wake up Ezra. Time for me to get some sleep. Walks down below deck, and not a few minutes after Ezra comes up, you can see she's wearing her long flowing, like, out on the sea cape, and goes up, takes the helm of the ship.
I'm gonna go look at things now.
Okay. How'd you go down there? Make a stealth check for me.
I can do that. 25.
25. Okay. You find yourself in the cargo hold, seemingly unnoticed.
Cool. I made sure to take note of which ones were the
You did.
ones that were needing to be hidden. So I would like to unhide a few of those and find out what's in them.
Every single one of the crates is nailed shut.
Not very strong.
Yes.
I will remind you that there are crowbars in adventurers kits.
Yep, sure are.
Yeah, I also have daggers, so like... But yeah, crowbar. Attempt to pull one open.
Easy enough. You just kind of like wedge it in there and pull back, and it just the box kind of lets go. You open it up. There's like hay around the outside that's used for stuffing, and what appears to be like bags of spices on the top.
I'm intrigued by the spice. These look similar to other things we have picked up in our adventures.
Like spices?
They look like spices.
No.
Does this look like anything I would know of? Like, know of that it's valuable, or like...
Well, intelligence check. Are you sifting through the box or just looking?
Currently, I'm just looking at the top. It's a natural 1.
You have no idea. They just look like
But
bags of
then,
various spices.
yes, I would like to carefully look through the rest of the box,
Make an investigation check.
assuming that that is a decoy. That's a lot better. 22.
22. As you start to like move the bags of spices, you come to like a hay bottom, but then just general intelligence and looking at the size of the box, and then looking at the amount of you went down, you're like, there's like another foot of space here. So you start to feel around, and you find a false bottom below the hay. And as you peel it back, there are shards of aether in a bed of hay underneath.
Okay. What color?
These ones all appear to be red.
It's safe to presume that the rest of these boxes are similar. I would like to check a couple more.
I say you can check.
I would like to put this back as closely to how it was originally
Okay.
as I can.
Make a performance check.
Oop.
In the box.
Performance 16.
You get the sense it's put back fairly close. Maybe a few strands of hay and bags, maybe not placed exactly the way you found them, but... You going through the next box?
I'd like to check 2 more total. Yes.
Okay. You find a
And
bit
do
of a
they
smaller...
appear to be similarly laid out on the insides?
You find another box. This one, as you pull it open, has bottles of wine in it, but it has the same thing. As you take out the bottles of wine out of the nailed box, you again find, instead of a false bottom, the inside, like, the wall of the box just, like, looks too thick. Like, you find a bit of a false wall, and as you pull it to the side, again, there is red aether, kind of, like, stashed, very small, very, like, almost ring-sized gems that are just kind of, like, lining a wall.
I'll check one more.
Okay.
Like a bigger one. If I
You
remember
find-
seeing any bigger ones.
You find a bit of a larger box, and as you pull it open, it is filled with, like, sugar and flour and wheat and just various baking things. This one wasn't even nailed shut, but as you get to the bottom, you feel around, and again, you pull aside a large false base. You need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
Probably go better than ours. It's fine.
Ah, suck a dick. 27.
As you pull it back, you hear a string snap, and you see that there is a bit of like a gas about to shoot out. And you quickly just take back, hold your breath for a second, and eventually the gas dissipates. And you look down, and you can see that there are about crystallized marbles of white aether.
Lot.
Knowing how much you spent on yours, you get the sense this is close to maybe 100,000, if not 200,000 gold worth of white aether.
Why don't you launch that with Catapult,
Whoever
see what the fuck it does.
Gregor is transporting this for has money and a lot of it.
Clearly. I'd like to put it back.
Okay.
Come here, Jeff Thug.
I will.
Come here, puppy
This
boy.
string that I snapped.
Uh-huh.
Do I have anything of similar thickness on me, or is it like real tiny?
It would be almost invisible to the eye, but on you, no. But you do know that your 2 tinkering friends might have something
I
of
was
the
just
nature.
gonna say I'm going to go bug Holland.
Come
Are
in.
these 2 doing the dumb thing?
Yeah, yeah.
We're both like, I have my Azure and Opal stones out, and you're doing mending, and we're just both like mending the wood on the floor.
Yeah, where it's literally just like the most shameful clean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, you and every other crewmate that's already walked through this room. Yep.
Yeah, we've
Yep.
heard it all.
So I'm legitimately impressed, but I came to ask a small favor.
What do you got?
I need some sort of like string or other tensile material that is very thin. Like almost imperceptibly thin.
What for?
I was investigating and set off a trap, and I would like to replace it and make it look like I didn't set off the trap.
I will go close the door.
Oh, I already closed it.
Investigating what?
The illicit cargo.
And what'd you find?
What does it matter? It's none of our business.
Hold on.
Can I come back to that once I've closed all the boxes and replaced the trap?
That's fine. I will take some of the spare copper wiring we were using earlier, and I will
You do have a very thin iron wire used for like coiling around things to hold them together.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take some of that. I'll cast minor
It's,
magnetism.
it's
and-
more like aluminum wire. Sorry.
That's fine.
something-
Sure.
I'm
something
thinking like
malleable.
fishing, like
Sure.
slightly thicker fishing line.
Sure, I'll take some whatever kind of metal wiring, and I'll cast minor
Like,
magnetism.
give 'em
on
a
it
rough
till it's-
length and
Yeah,
read
until it's
it.
about the thickness you want it, which is probably like negative thick.
Me too, man.
Yep. Well, hopefully that's this is what you're looking for.
Should work perfect. I'll be back in a bit.
Wonderful. Excited for the debrief.
And I slip back down.
Uh-huh.
I would have closed the box in the meantime,
I figured.
and then I will go back down and, assuming that there's no one down there, I will reopen it.
I'm gonna need you to make a thieves tools check for this one. Or do you have thieves tools?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
6, so
Proficiency plus deck.
yeah, so that's 14.
You get the sense you've reset it. You kind of got the wire hook in there, and it's pulled tight while you've got it up. But as you like put it back down, it like goes a little loose. You don't know how.
I'm
the
just trying to make it
rearm
believable.
Yeah.
It's not.
It can be faulty.
And then I'll stack everything back in how it was and close the lid. I'll kind of sneak my way back out, making sure.
Are you like resealing the boxes because all of them were?
Oh
nailed
yeah,
shut?
yeah, like
Okay, how are you resealing these boxes?
with the crowbar over, ding, 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 done.
Okay.
Well, I mean, theoretically there should be nail holes already, right?
Yeah.
I can probably just push them back in.
Okay, make a strength check
Like-
for me to make sure to see how well you can
Lay it
No,
and then
you
just,
could
like, jump on it.
always ask your friend with a warhammer if you can borrow her warhammer.
Token said, let me pull a Crash Bandicoot real quick to close this box.
Strength check,
Yeah.
15.
They're all fairly decently resealed,
That is good enough. Do they at least look resealed properly? Like,
as best you can.
okay.
Now you would ask your friend who has warhammer.
You're not very sneaky.
You can just use it. Be like, can I borrow this? Okay.
Really, you think the Warhammer would have been better
Yes.
than what I was doing?
Yes.
You
I
probably
do.
also have a hammer because crowbar kits come with a hammer.
Also, crowbars work just as well as hammers.
Or warhammer.
I have used crowbars on many occasions as a hammer. Pry it open, you pry it open
So what
too
you're
far, so
saying
you
is
have to
it's
hammer
not
it
the
back
first
in.
box you've broken into.
Correct. I'm talking as Alex here.
All right.
Presumably Tophin has two, but
Eventually, you get it all closed and mosey on back to your friends.
wait,
How,
what's... I retract my knock. What is below the hole that they created in the floor? And is the hole still there?
Oh, they didn't make a hole. They just kind
Okay.
of splintered and cracked the wood.
I thought there was a small hole. I was gonna try to jump back through the hole. Never mind.
yeah, come in. And this is the last time I hook up anything to anything. Oh, hey, Tophin.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Does everything look good? We're not gonna get, like, mutinied or anything.
I don't think that's how that works.
You have to be
Mine-
charged to do a mutiny. What?
My C-lingo isn't
I
the
left
best.
everything as close to as I found it as I could.
That sounds great. What'd you find?
Aether.
Oh, okay.
Big whoop.
Well, hold on. What kind of aether are we talking about?
Red and white.
Colors.
We found a whole
I'm
mindful of
interested
it.
in the size. That's what matters whenever you're dealing Aether.
Gemstone sized to marble sized.
Marble size, like
Like marble?
marble sized.
Softball size.
Softball sized.
What the fuck? What are they doing with softball-sized Aether on a boat? That's the
Transporting it.
Well, yeah. All right. Well,
Well,
That's-
the softball sized ones were the ones that were trapped,
Yeah, I don't like that. That makes
which
sense.
I managed to dodge.
Dean,
Thankfully.
Question. I've seen softball-sized white aether before.
Yeah. In a very particular place.
Yep. Do I even need to roll for it?
No.
Okay. That's fair.
Wait, where? Was this together or before us?
Out
This
of
is me
character.
asking as Alex,
Out of character.
because I'm a
before.
dumbass.
Before.
Okay.
No, we have not seen that kind of
I was just making sure I hadn't also seen that.
I think I know who Berger's client might be.
You got an idea? Spit it out.
Yeah.
Friend of yours?
Saying this right? Lazarin. He's head tinkerer. The city.
Titus, come
You might know.
here, boy.
The tower at one point, the Silver Time Keep.
Come here, the
Would I be familiar? I would imagine. Yeah,
It's the clock tower in the center of town. Can't miss it.
of course. Yeah.
The whole city runs off it.
Why? What about it?
Well, that's
You think?
I think Lazarin's Berger's client.
You think
Why-
he would buy a crate full of softball sized white aether?
Oh yeah.
Why would the head tinkerer have to go through?
Roughly $250,000 gold worth?
Yeah, like under the counter, imperial.
Well, the Empire's where all the Aether is, but
Oh well, you know what?
as for why he needs
It's like, why do
that
you go to
kind
the
of
Middle East for oil?
amount of Aether again,
Well, that makes
yeah, remember what I did.
that's had more sense. That would
Right.
explain all the breakers' gear.
I had heard on the docks that back in Baldwin Port that he had begun reconstruction of it, but I don't think he would find that kind of Aether. Well, not that's very.
Did his tower, like, go away? Destroyed? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh yeah. I tell him.
I'm a little foggy on the details myself.
I got a couple friends. Well, yeah, friends, and we used to get up to no good. Kind of just one thing after another. Getting into as much trouble as we could. At one point, the town guard didn't take us very seriously. We were kind of the laughingstock of the worrying market. But one day, me and one of my other friends decided to go big, and we went into that clock tower. It's called the Silver Time Keep. I found, when I was in there, some plans. As I kind of like pulled my coat aside, showing you Harbinger's Call, the weapon that I carry. And my other friend was messing with some white crystals the size of tangerines. And then it all went tits up. Yeah. And you saw that.
I have not seen the clock tower. Actually, I left town.
No, I meant you saw the memory, didn't you? Whenever I showed it to Crest.
That was just Crest. Yeah.
Oh shit. Start drawing a terracotta bowl. That's right, because I don't even think you were in the session. Oh, some people weren't in the session that time. Nope, this is actually
Only Crest knows.
no, but some people also weren't there for that game. I don't
think
remember
that-
who.
I don't remember. It might have been the game I missed. I don't know.
I think it was.
It might have been, but Crest is the only person that knows.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Okay, I will draw a terracotta bowl as it kind of forms over the course of 10 minutes. We'll ritual cast Leoris's Modulus Mural. And then kind of place my hand over the center of the bowl, and within is this small orb of white light. I'll just kind of hold it out to both of you. Give you both, it's going to be a memory.
Well, I think we've all got our fair share of bad memories. Smack.
What I do?
Yep. Yeah, you just you for the first time feel like he and I do. You feel arcane concentration, not nature-based, not deity-granted concentration. It's a little bit different. Kind of like running constantly equations in your mind to keep it going, whereas you focus as Natheus. Well, actually, whoever you focus now, I don't know. And the first thing that comes to mind, I'll just take liberty to re-describe the entire scene because it's been a while and there's some people here who haven't seen it before. The first thing you feel is pain. Feels like you've got a couple of cracked ribs, and you can feel a gash right here where Kelrick has a scar on his face. And as you kind of take in the surroundings, you can see the kind of dark streets. It's just the glow of morning, just barely. And all these little kind of lamps that kind of line the street, each kind of glowing with their own little set of almost aether of a form. And currently, your vision is locked in the memory of a tower, and a large portion of it falling away, and another portion of it having exploded, and around you are thousands of shards of essentially razor-sharp glass. You can see buildings in the distance that have already taken the impact of debris and are catching fire. What is your intelligence score, both of you?
17.
16.
Opens the smart board. You can move that amount of feet around.
Yes,
in
you
the-
can move that amount of feet within the memory to take in other details. So you can essentially leave the frozen moment that I have, but it's still there. It's all locked in space and time. You see a half-elf, or an elf, sorry, next to me, female. And you see a Kelrick, not really a whole lot older, or younger, I should say, with a fresh gash down his face and just kind of tears, and he's holding his entire left side as he just looks transfixed upon the shattered tower. And now that you know all of what aether is, you can see hundreds of pieces of aether, different colors, mostly white, however, falling. You've seen Howland throw it before with catapult. If you want any more detail, it is there's a light snow across the ground, and there's just the smell of burning and sulfur. If you want any more details, let me know.
Where are we fixated right now? Or I suppose where are you?
Kelrick's point of view.
You were fixated
Well-
on Kelrick's point of view. You can move a number of feet and change your perspective.
Bad question. Where is Kelrick fixated?
He's
Within
in
the
the
Warring Market.
he's in the streets in what you know is the Warring Markets.
Sure.
He's in the street looking back up at this tower.
Right, so you're familiar with Zaghrab because you've been there, so you know that the Timekeep was centered in the center of the Warring Market. When the Warring Market is the massive gear-shaped market, it sits in the center of the city,
Sure.
and then at the outer ring, then there's a ring around the Warring Market known as the Outer Ring, and that is like the housing districts where most people live, and then there are the Covenant districts on the outside of the Outer Ring, where the varying different Covenants kind of have their own districts.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you're very familiar because with the New Beginnings, especially your job with them kind of reaching out and making new contacts, there's the season of trading in Zakrat when the Warring Markets are full, and that is like your peak time, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to make sure, like, we weren't, like, in a building.
No,
Okay.
you're in the street,
Sure.
and you may leave the memory at will.
I guess I'll walk around a little bit and
You move a number of feet equal to your intelligence.
take some stuff in. I'll kind of walk
Take
around.
your 17-foot tether and
Yeah, I'll walk around in kind of a 10-foot radius. You know, just around Kelrick.
First time, by the way, it's half elf.
Yes, I was just going to look that up.
Just
Female elf.
Sure.
Yes, I'm positive. I'm looking
You're
at it.
so
Pretty sure my notes say half elf, but that's fine.
It's okay. I probably got it wrong at one point, and then you wrote it down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably.
Oh, elf. Female.
Brow.
Yes. Dark-skinned elf.
He goes up to
I'll
Yeah.
just
So there's a dark-skinned elf, a drow, next to me. She's not looking at the tower though. She's looking away.
beg for your blood.
She's looking in the streets.
She's basically like grabbing onto his arm and running
Sure. What is she looking at?
forward.
Just forward? Okay.
At about one of the nearest alleyways she can spy.
Sure. suppose I will.
I have already exited.
Guess
Yeah,
I'll
Kelrick is just sitting there looking at the two of you. He hasn't entered the memory himself.
Guess I'll take a little more. You know, I'll take my full 17 feet and kind of look at the scope of the damage, because I haven't been home since before this happened.
I should remind you that every second that you spend within this spell, you are feeling the constant same like pain that Kelrick's feeling.
Yeah, you are feeling essentially like you've suffered a frag grenade to your left side and a massive gash down the front of your face.
That is really good to know. You know what? I think unless there's anything particularly interesting, I will go ahead and hop on out. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I suppose the one thing, if you're moving around, you would see, peeking out just under the female drow's coat, is the same set of blueprints you saw me pull out earlier
Okay,
for Harbinger's Call.
gotcha. Cool. Suppose I will.
Or what you assume to be just a bundled up pair of blueprints.
Sure. Suppose. On that note, I will exit the memory.
Yeah, so that's why Lazarin needs that.
We're all headed back the general direction where we came from.
Yeah.
Not exactly a happy reunion for any of us. Seems like.
I ran. It was the only thing that I could do. She and my two other friends smuggled me onto a boat. And I ran because I didn't know what else to do because I was terrified. And every moment that I spent with you in Dalamonte, I was so scared that, well, I almost feel relief that someone would come by and claim to have the jurisdiction to arrest me, and then I met all of you in that tavern. And we met you later in Baldwin Port, and I was the whole time scared that, or maybe waiting for somebody to just come by and call me to justice for it. But
Now we are heroes of the Empire.
yeah, I suppose. You can't make up for shit like that.
That's fair. You want to see why I left?
Only if you want to. That's your offer to make. I won't ask you either way. But I wanted to know what we're possibly stepping into. I wanted you to know the kind of shit that I might bring.
Is this like the capital all over again? Does anyone know that you did anything? Are they actually looking for you?
I don't know.
Or are you running without any knowledge?
I'm running with both eyes behind me and both my fists clutched to your guys' coats. I don't know. I'm scared, but I also... Somebody knows and they call to claim me to justice. I'm not going to fight it. I did do that. I'm guilty as charged.
Well, I can tell you that I am certainly not welcome anymore in La Rosa. And I'll go ahead and if you're able to cast the spell again, I'll show you all why.
Sure can. I will draw another terracotta bowl. It's kind of a clay-colored bowl.
I'm aware.
Sorry. Didn't know if it was for you or for anybody else, because terracotta is not a color that's commonly used. Okay. And I'll hold out the bowl to you. Place your hand over it and think of the exact moment. And just remember, if you go into it, Gofin, you'll be revisiting all of it. The pain, just like you felt whenever you were there. The smells, sensations. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of focus, and a small little globe of glowing white energy like appears below your hand.
As it forms, you are innately aware that when somebody tries to enter it, you can either grant or deny them. It is strictly by your consent that they can join the memory.
I would like to buzz into your memory.
I will do so as well.
Alright, we're all jumping in. You want me to describe this, or you want to go for it?
This is all you.
You got the floor. That's why I made this spell.
So you're seeing 3 other people, similar in age to Tophin, few months before you met him. And this is one specific scene, right? It's just a snapshot.
It's a moment in time.
And they appear to be on a rooftop, in some sort of crowded but elegant area, like very high society, lots of money kind of area. And from what you can see immediately from Tophin's perspective, it's darker than you'd expect. And you see a couple, you look down and you see a couple bolts sticking directly out of Tophin's chest. And a large necklace, right?
Emerald necklace.
Yeah, an emerald necklace clutched in his right hand.
So your frozen moment is you looking down with an emerald necklace.
It's looking, you can see it kind of peripheral,
right.
as also looking at bolts flying overhead.
It's the same necklace that you wore.
No. No, you've never seen this before. And you see his mask lying on the roof about 5 feet from him, kind of like scrambling to grab it again. That's his immediate perspective. I can tell you more about what's around.
Sure, I'll
Yep.
hop on out and take a peek.
I have one more foot of movement than you.
I'm
I'm just fucking with you.
trying to make this a race.
Ciao.
God.
Sorry.
So that you can tell they're Tophin and this group of 3 others, all dressed roguishly.
Yeah,
The best way to
okay.
describe it. Yes. All half-elves, you can tell. 2 other males and a female from your best guess. Each of them holding various valuables and other
Sure.
accoutrement, but mostly following Tophin. Like whatever he got was the big ticket. And then you can see 50 guards? Like the whole fucking area of town cleared out and is chasing them now.
Does Tophin and his friends, do they have any markings on their tunics, their leather? Nothing?
Nothing visible.
I would like to go over to your body. You said you had bolts in your chest. Could I get an assessment of the damage that they did?
Minimal.
Okay.
Compared to what we've
Sure,
faced
through like
since.
armor. Well, yeah, for like a level.
It is
you know,
through. It
whatever.
is through like.
Bolts in the chest compared to a sun god.
It is
Sure,
like they're
sure.
stuck in a piece of leather, the same leather armor Tophin wears now.
Okay.
They're not
sure.
like. They weren't critical wounds, but they sure as fuck hurt.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it's like a small number out of a large volley hit them.
I believe it. Yeah. Okay.
I'll exit the memory.
I will also exit the memory.
Because I'm like a bit of chest pain from where the bolts were.
Oh. Ow. Yeah, I can see why you can't go back there.
We did that for years.
Just going place to place. And...
That was the last one.
What was the big score?
Pull the necklace out. This? I can only imagine what it's worth to the right person. even to the lovely family I stole it from.
Who was that?
DM, I'm gonna need help on that one. I don't remember.
Give me a
It was
minute.
someone of mild import.
This is far back in a DM's notes.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, I'll ask other questions while you're looking.
Okay.
So that was your crew, yeah?
Yeah.
What happened to them? They'll have to scatter.
As far as I know, they made it away. I left. I had nothing left there. My family was gone. The only people who ever treated me right were those three.
You guys didn't have a rendezvous point?
It had never gone bad.
That's fair. You usually don't prepare for the worst until it's happened, right?
I mean, we'd guard here or there, or, light spell work or a trap, but we were quick enough and all disguised our identities. That's why I had to leave. It was the first time a guard had seen me without my mask. They knew my face.
Yeah, I suppose once you got your face out there, it's probably a lot harder.
They, yes, I mean, obviously, tales of our group were around and the guards were aware. My masked identity was known, but
Yeah, once you put two and two together.
I was the son of the bastard child of a mildly important man, so everyone knew me. Even if they hated me.
I managed to get back with my crew, but for everyone's safety, we can't see each other again. Well, I say that, but I'm trying to get back with Kosrias because he can help us probably. He was always the one in our group who really found out the secrets. Since we're delving into some of those and we need things to leverage for our snow elf friend. I'll have to get back with him. See what he's up to. See if he can help us.
Leverage is something we could use.
I do want it to be known I didn't steal for myself. None of us did.
You stole from the Sunborn family.
Are they from the Republic?
They're from La Rosa.
That is
So
the
yes.
Republic. Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
I doubt you knew much about them. You know how elves can be.
yeah.
It's the whole reason we did it.
No,
We
I
were the outcasts.
I understand that feeling. I spent my time on the streets. Didn't pull off any grand jewelry heists, but I understand the life.
Well, looks like you and I went through a pretty similar thing.
We were on that boat for a reason.
I find it interesting we never had to say anything to each other until now. But we always kind of just had this... I don't know. Kinship.
That's just how it is.
My mother's like you. Half-elf. Outcast. But she made damn well of it.
I never knew my mother until recently.
I'm so sorry. That must be very complicated.
I don't particularly care for her, to be honest.
I noticed. At least you don't have to worry about trying to get to family gatherings.
Yeah, I will admit the pomp and circumstance associated with that is really not all it's cracked up to be.
I'm sure it isn't. I do have a family, though. Stepmother, siblings. That's my father. They're in the, what's the damn name? Sacred Gardens. Okay, I doubted myself. They left for the Sacred Gardens. Oh, months, over half a year ago at this point. And they haven't come back. I have to assume it has something to do with what our lovely friend who helped us clear the corruption was referring to about the current situation.
Sure they'll be fine.
I'm less sure.
Well, either way, it's definitely on the list.
I sent a note how long ago? It was a long time ago.
Couple weeks in game.
Yeah. Couple weeks, closing in on a month ago, with another letter to send back, and haven't heard anything yet.
I mean, to be fair, it was a magical letter, so it had a little bit more help than whatever there's not.
Unless they're also well equipped, like we are, but probably not.
I sent them a magical letter to send back.
Oh! I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's
So it is mildly worrying that we have not heard back, but I am at the behest of our group, wherever we're going.
I know what you want. You're getting out of here.
well. We're all going where we need to go together. Once we get to the Republic, it'll be a little easier to sort what order we want to do that in.
Yeah, but we will do it together.
Absolutely.
Okay. Heavy stuff. Shit.
Well, back to mending the room.
You just had to say something.
There's like a 5-foot section in the center of the room that still hasn't been fixed.
I'll pull out the azure and opal stones and draw the thin beam of light and go back to mending.
I will
Thanks.
tag in to help.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
nice.
We can heal Spud the fuck up.
You know, I already did that like a couple sessions ago. I was like,
After
fuck it.
Cress exploded him?
Yes. I was like, oh, he's actually injured right now. Well, I'm gonna fix that. It's been enough long rest that I would mend that. I think Spud also had mending. I can't remember.
He has like a mend ability.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, he can self repair. That's what it
I was
is.
gonna say, he doesn't
Yep.
have spells.
Yeah,
Give him the ring of spell storing.
that is not a terrible.
Put it on
idea.
one of his turtle
He
fingers.
does not have attunement slots.
He has fingers.
I'll just have to build attunement slots.
Put it on his little turtle fingies.
Little turtle fingies.
we'll get up to it, Howland. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Take care of your little boy.
After your guys' long conversation, everyone finds their way to the different corners of the ship for the night, and closes off to bed. So all of you who need it can mark off a long rest. Is awake the next morning, and Cress is up front, already flirting with Ezra.
Tracks. Level 8?
Huh?
Level 8?
No.
Backstory.
That's not how this works.
Sorry, our backstories aren't worth that much, apparently.
And we're gonna go ahead and take our break, guys.
Ugh.
So we can level up.
No.
Eesh. Eesh.
Alrighty, guys, don't go nowhere. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our break. We'll be back here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, take a break.
Grab a drink, settle in, and let's see if Kelrick gets to capsize his boat.
Well, I
That's not funny,
capsized
man.
a boat
That's not funny
with
at all.
Kelrick in it. It was a small boat.
Marshmallows.
Gotta cash in my
And we're back. Hey, Laugh Out Lord, thanks for raiding us again. Dude, we gotta catch you one time when we're finished streaming. We really appreciate the continued raids. It means a lot to us. Thank you for the support. And we hope to send it back your way sometime soon.
Gotta keep an eagle eye on the streams, Matt.
Spread eagle
Hey,
eye.
I've got him followed. I just
thought about committing.
gotta see him live when we're finishing, and we don't finish till like 1 a.m. some nights.
Don't I know it?
Unfortunate. Let's go ahead and get back into... Stop staring down my players while you deep throat your ice cream.
That's not deep throating. If that's what you think deep throating is, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's it. We're done. We're done.
I'm glad I saved that one until you're alive.
We're done. That's it. Alright, let's get back into tonight's session. Picking up after our party had their confrontational discussions about past experiences.
It was a confrontation.
Pass.
Bros being bros.
You know, it's just being mutually sad.
Past experiences
Mutually
and
sad
past
is a
hardships. We find the party awaking the next morning, their boat drifting but a half day's journey away from their destination of the Ivory Coast. I need somebody to roll a d20 for their last leg of their travel. You stole it from him.
Take it.
If you haven't said it yet.
Roll with
Do it.
advantage.
No.
There you go.
17.
17. Let me get to my...
Oh, good.
Higher doesn't necessarily
Get
mean
on this
better.
like Flying Dutchman, I'll like come flying out of the water and just torch it.
I
Comes out
will
with
want
organ
that
playing and everything.
Yeah.
Kelrick's about to straight control water and just like float in on some water and then capsize a boat.
Bro, please go full Avatar on some pirates.
We're gonna see. If I can, I will.
So, as you guys begin to drift across the sea, the smell of tropical air beginning to fill your surroundings as you could sense that you're drawing ever closer to the Ivory Coast. The hot, harsh winds blowing from the Deshaya wastelands, pushing you guys' journey further and further westward. But on the horizon, 3 sets of white sails
Say it, Matt. Yes. Wait, 3 sets.
as 3 ships
Oh.
come drifting over the horizon, each bearing the emblem of a black serpent across their
That sounds like pirates.
That does sound like pirates.
across their sails, with a large black flag atop every single one of their ships, a black serpent with 2 crossed bones in the center.
Captain, Brecker.
We're gonna have some company here in a bit. Everybody, man your battle stations. And if you guys remember, I gave you last week your stats for your boat. Please pull them up.
Shit.
Yes. Yes. Let me do that while I also try my damnedest to make sure I've got the right spells.
And let me pull up my stats.
Wait, are you about to pull up a battle map with 4 boats?
No,
Sad.
this is Theater of the Mind. I only have 2 boats.
Hold up, this link will take you to blah 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 blah.
Are you sure you want to go there? I don't see why not.
Just open it in my browser Discord.
Let me find.
Gargantuan vehicle.
It is indeed a gargantuan vehicle.
DM, what's the relative distance of these boats?
Right now,
Like on the horizon?
just on the horizon, so you still a ways out.
Captain, how much time do I have?
You've got maybe 30 minutes.
Oh shit. I will drop a Glyph of Fate on Zeros and Hound.
Thank you.
You got it. Each of you have the Glyph of Fate. You can succeed one saving throw, or just choose to succeed one saving throw within the next day.
Sweet.
All right. So, Cress is running all over the top of the ship, readying her glaive to start hurling divine energy at these people. We will see what Ivory is doing when we get back. Topher, what are you doing?
You want me to run Cress
That's fine.
once combat starts?
Yep.
I've already got a shit pulled up. I guess I'm fucking prepping as many cannons as possible on...
There are 3 along the side, each side of the ship, so 6 in total.
I am
Does it appear that
in my last 10 minutes helping him with that because I signed up to be on the range tables.
Okay.
does it seem that they will surround us or approach on one side?
Hard to tell from this distance.
I will just go
Hell
ahead and load
yeah,
all
dude.
6 then.
Okay. That's gonna take you basically the full 30 minutes to
I figured.
take care of all those. Zeros, what are you doing? Helping him out?
Sure.
Okay. So it'll take you a little less time between you and Zeros, and then after Keller gets done with his spells, he comes down and joins you. Alan, what are you doing?
Let's see. First, I would like to cast Aid on, let's do Kelric, Tophin, and Zeros.
That's 5 temp HP, right?
Yep,
Temp
plus
HP.
5 to your current and plus 5. It's technically to your maximum, but however you want to put it in there.
Oh, I big fucking lied, DM.
So we'll do that, and then...
Instead of spending my last 10 minutes helping them, I will spend it ritual casting water breathing on all of us.
Okay. Good to know.
Smart.
And Ezra and Breger if they accept it because it's 8 people.
Yeah, they'll
And
accept.
we've got 6 here, so
Let's
yep.
see. The rest of them.
They'll accept, and as you guys are kind of like running around and everyone's kind of throwing, they're battening down the hatches, they're loading the cannons, you can see the 2 dwarven men in the center of the ship, where the kind of grates are set in the center of the ship, they bust open and a pulley system begins pulling up this massive ballista that's in the center of the ship.
Fuck yes.
And you can see the 2 dwarven men kind of jump up, each holding other side of it. And there's just a massive grin on both of their faces.
Brad and Thad, let's go.
Let's see.
Stradmule, Thadmule, get ready. And they begin pulling back on each side, rolling back the tension on this massive ballista and pulling in this massive bolt.
What are the bolts made of? Are they like pure
Steel.
metal? Pure steel? I'm gonna...
Well, the tips.
The tips? Well, that's enough metal for me. I'm gonna help these guys with loading the ballista with some minor
Massage the tip of it.
magnetism.
Okay, that's easy enough to do. So you begin pulling it back, helping them create enough tension to
tip
fire,
squeeze.
and they begin lining up their shot to take a long-range shot at the first ship.
What's the range on? That's a great question.
What's the range on your ballista?
Oh, on the ballista, I don't know. You asked me about it.
Uh,
But that is a good question. Ballista.
120 short range, 480 long range.
These 3 ships, the head ship that is kind of out in front, is just on the cusp of being within range of your ballista.
Long range?
Long range. So disadvantage.
That means it's also in range of the cannons.
Yes, but your cannons are pointed sideways.
Damn it,
Yeah,
we're still
well,
pointing forward,
but
aren't
we
we?
should keep the cannons till they're close.
Fine.
I mean,
So,
I guess Captain Breger makes the call.
Yes, he does.
Breger is standing up there, and he is already looking around, and as the dwarves are like lining up the shot, Strat, Thad, when you're ready, take fire. Everyone else, get ready. We are going to have company. So as they begin lining up the shot, I need somebody to make an attack roll at disadvantage for your ballista.
Sure, I'm over there. I'll do it.
They've got a +6 to hit.
+6 to hit at disadvantage. 9.
9. Fortunately, your ballista goes flying through the air, arcing upwards, and just barely comes short as it lands in front. There's this massive geyser that kind of shoots out of the water from where this heavy ballista lands, and these ships. You notice that the 2 ships on the other side unravel or start to hoist a second set of sails and begin to gain more wind as they begin pulling ahead of the ship that's in the center. What are you guys doing?
Howard,
Yeah.
hear me out. You got an idea. These guys pull up on us at the same time. You want to throw a fireball in this ring and we blast them?
Sure. I will dump a fireball into his ring of spellstoring.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can just do that, right?
Of the video.
It's not like okay. Cool.
Come here.
So you now have one of mine.
Thank you.
What's up?
Although technically it's me who cast it, I think.
Yeah, it's all your stats and casting and whatnot. Right. I'm just the messenger.
As you guys are sitting here, I need everybody to roll initiative.
There it is.
What we need.
Green die is craps.
Dude, this is making up for last week so hard.
Dude, you are insane right now.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Don't
but-
I'm
stop
gonna-
rolling that one.
Should someone roll for the ship?
The ship does have its own initiative, doesn't it?
Yes. Somebody roll for the ship, please.
Natural 1.
All right. 25 to 20.
22.
21 for Cress. The ship goes at -1, in case anyone was wondering.
That's so cool.
Josh, just roll for
So it's Howland, then Chris.
Yes. Waiting to see if Zeros is in the lineup. 15 to 20.
I am at a 19. You were rolling virtual dice earlier. What changed?
I restarted my computer.
Oh,
Yeah, you're.
23.
Yeah, so
22.
you're
Sorry.
right before Cress.
I've ever drawn. Like the most inverted thing I could have drawn.
The
All
opponent's
right,
been
that brings us to the first ship's turn.
No, you're good.
All right.
14.
8.
So we have Tophin, Ship 2, and we have Avaria, Ship 3,
I'll roll worse than me, that's a shocker.
and then the Onyx Whisper.
and the Onyx Whisperer.
Our ship is at -1. I'm not sure it gets to go.
The Onyx Whisperer's action
Big
is
cat
Breger's
face.
action, just so everyone is clear, because you have to give directions on the ship. So Holland, top of the round, what are you doing?
Oh gosh, how far away are the enemy ships at this point?
About 400 feet.
Oh, fuck. Okay, let me.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot. Is there anything that maybe needs loaded up? Anything I can help with?
Ballista needs reloaded.
Sure, I'll cast Minor Magnetism on one of the bolts and load that up.
Okay, so Strat and Thad have already got it up, and you're kind of helping them pull it back and get the tension pulled onto the ballista and get it pulled back and ready to fire. So the ballista is now ready to fire on someone else's turn. It does take your action in order to load it.
That's fine, I figured.
Okay.
And then I don't really need to use my movement, so me and Spud are good.
All right, that brings us to your turn, Zeros. What are you doing? You are down below deck with Topin. There are 3 cannons on either side of you. Breger has begun to slowly turn the ship, but it won't be fully pointed with the cannons towards them until it gets to his turn.
On its cannon.
Yep, you can definitely do that. You can hold an action to fire one of the cannons. All right, that is going to bring us to Cress's turn.
What can she do with 400 feet?
A lot of jack shit, as far as I know.
Her weapons, I think, are only ranged ability.
Yeah, and I'd imagine that doesn't go 400 feet.
I think it goes 60 or 30. Not far.
Okay, so she can't do jack shit. Ready and attack.
Forgot to roll for Ezra.
Crest will be like near the front of the ship, wherever it seems like they're going to be approaching from.
Sure. So the ship is slowly starting to turn to its port side, and the kind of helm of the, or not the helm, the head of the ship where Crest is standing, she's like slowly shifting along down the side where you guys are now aiming the cannons downwind at them. All right, that brings us to your turn, Kelrick. What are you doing?
Boy. I'm going to hold my action when Strat and Thad are ready to fire to help them fire.
So they are above deck on the ballista. You're below deck with the cannons.
Shit. I'll jump on a cannon next to Zeros
Okay,
and wait for it to have a shot.
you got it. All right. So you're now holding 2 cannons ready to fire as soon as gets the boat turned. That brings us to the first ship. The first ship, you can see, has 2 ballistas on the front, and they are pulling back, and each are going to fire at you guys. The first one, which is aiming for your guys' sails, low. Ooh, but it hits. AC on your sails is 12, correct? That's a 12 to hit. One of the ballistas comes flying out. Let me get
like 9 or
back up to my damage here. 2d10.
Kelrick, you've got a notebook handy.
Yep.
Take damage for the ship.
What is being hit?
The sails.
Sails.
They have 100 HP.
Yep.
That is 10 points of damage to your sails as this ballista comes flying through the air. Not quite as large as the ones you guys are aiming or using, but it does strike through one of your sails and splinters up one of the masts. And that is going to be a second hit. Ooh, a natural 20 on the second one against your sails.
This one's spin.
Ooh, man. For 20 points of damage to your sails.
Jesus. Okay.
And that is going to be the end of the ship 1's turn. That brings us to your turn, Topin.
We have lost
20 or 5 feet of movement.
yes 5 feet of movement. So our speed is now 40 instead of 50. Or
So that
instead of
first
45.
ship kind of stopped and is firing ballistas, or is it keeping heading
No,
towards
it
us?
kind of slowed down to aim and fire.
Okay. Does it appear to be the main ship?
It appears to be the main ship.
How many people, respectively, are on all of these ships?
From down below deck, where you're kind of aiming with these cannons, it's hard to tell. There are people running across the tops of the ships, and they're like yelling and shouting off in the distance. You can see there's a man that has kind of a long scimitar in his hand that's kind of like directing them from the center ship.
Burn them. Burn them all.
I don't have the ability to burn them all, but I do have the ability to do some cool shit. For now, I will prepare the third cannon.
You prepare the third cannon. That brings us to the second ship. The second, God, the second, the second ship is going to load up its ballista, and it is going to take a fire at the hull of your guys' ship. Does a 15 hit?
Looking. The hull is a 15. What is damage threshold? Does that mean if it
Has
does
to do more than 15 to take the damage.
Got it. That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure.
Yep. Which is only 12 points of damage.
So we take none.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
I think that could...
Yep. So as this ballista comes flying through the air, it just kind of arcs across the side of the hull, and there's like a bit of a groove in it, but you guys get the sense your hull didn't really take damage from this. All right, that is going to bring us to Ezra's turn, and she is asleep, so nothing happens currently. But, Shelby, roll a Constitution saving throw. Her add is +6 to see if she wakes up.
Can I yell over at her? She's like
During your turn.
9.
So you guys are in the center where the cannons are. She's below that, where the room where you guys sleep at.
Okay, so 15.
I'm about to grab that big crate of
No,
aether and throw it at her
no.
ship.
9.
Oh.
9.
She's
With
a
the
hard.
+6.
With the
She's a
+6.
hard sleeper. She is not awake yet.
Damn.
All
How
right.
feasible would it be for me to grab that giant crate of white aether and then just start lobbing softballs of white
I got
aether at
4
this ship?
catapult slots, dude.
Wait, can we put it in a cannon?
You can sure try.
Pack a cannon full of white aether and
You see, we were talking about that, him and I.
Varia.
And
It's
I
your
was
turn,
like,
what are
that's
you
like a
doing?
great way to blow yourself up.
They're still
Got
super
full-on
far away,
Bugs
so I
Bunny
have nothing I can do.
They are about 350 feet from you now.
They're still super far away, so
I
there's
understand.
nothing I can really do. Can I hold?
You can hold an action until they're within range.
I'll hold.
Oh, I apologize. I forgot. They are faster than you guys. They are actually 320 feet, not 350.
That still doesn't help me.
All right. So that brings us to the other ship's turn, and it is going to fire again at your hull. 21 hit
Yep.
for 16 points of damage.
Can we take one?
Yes.
Got it. Nice.
and then you do that bottom.
All right. So that crashes through the hole, and there's like it basically like sticks in. So there's no water leaking in yet. There's just a ballista in the side of your hole, and if it gets removed, water will start pouring in. All right, that'll bring us to the Onyx Whisperer, which is Breger's turn. Who is taking Breger's turn? You're already doing Crest, so someone else has got to do Breger.
Yes.
I'll do Breaker, sure. Let's see.
Same.
What can I have Breaker do? Probably a lot of
Are
things.
these ships as big as us or smaller?
Smaller and faster.
Gotcha.
They're like little interceptors compared to our
What?
cargo ship.
Nothing. I'm pleased. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm happy.
Please sink the ship. Wait. Can you ride our ship on top of their ships?
I'm gonna do something. It'll be fine.
I think we've got a ship handled.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Do we have any weapons
I've got some dumb shit.
that are currently like in range and pointed in a way that can attack?
Cannons.
The
The
cannon.
cannons will be in range. So on this turn, you would have to take at least movement with the ship to get it turned more so that the cannons can fire. And you have 3 people holding actions to fire cannons.
Okay.
Wait, does Breger not move the ship?
Breger, this is Breger's action.
Oh.
So let's see. Okay.
So the ship doesn't really. The ship has actions, but someone has to take an action to do that action. If that makes sense.
Okay. I thought that Breger was gonna take an action.
So that is his action. He's directing the ship.
Okay. So he's got movement covered.
Yeah. So that's movement's part of it.
No, I mean we have the cannons ready.
Correct.
But Breger is going to be the one moving it.
Yeah. He just needs to be the one that positions.
I would
it.
like
You
to
know what?
point out 200 feet is like the prime range for the cannons.
You only have 40 feet of movement.
I'm just saying, like, we don't have to immediately get the cannons into range this turn.
I guess I will have Breger command the crew to turn the ship so that the left side is facing the incoming ships. That way our cannons are ready to light them up.
You got it.
That goes off with 3 held actions, does it not?
As soon as you get them in
That's
range.
starboard, right? Left,
That's a great question.
Left side's port.
left's
You know what?
port.
I'll look up boat directions right now.
Left side's port, right side starboard.
I had a 50-50 shot.
Bow and stern.
I missed it. I know that one.
Are you sure about that?
All right.
Can you tell
So,
the front from the
You
behind?
go ahead and get it shifted.
Occasionally.
Everyone that's holding their action that would like to go ahead and take it with the cannon, please go ahead and roll to hit.
Yes, I was
Fuck
holding
yeah.
in cannon action.
What do I roll?
Plus 5 with disadvantage.
+5 with disadvantage.
While everyone's rolling.
Oh no!
I will say before everyone says damage, whenever it comes to like Breger's or the ship's turn, if anyone's got any suggestions, feel free to throw them out since it is the whole ship.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Cannons.
How did our cannons fare?
I rolled a natural 20, but I also rolled a 3. So 8.
Oh, it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage. This is long range.
Maybe this works. It's gotta work.
12. Before I tell you guys results, what are you aiming for with the cannons?
Oh,
You
yeah.
aiming for their sails, their
I
the
was
hull
going.
of their ship?
I guess I should say I was going for the helm.
Okay.
Oh shit, that was a bad idea. That helm has a lot of AC.
They have different ships than you.
Gotcha.
The hull of the ship?
It doesn't matter what I was aiming at. I missed.
Okay.
I mean, the sails theoretically, but
Okay, yes, you missed. You missed as well, just barely.
20.
Yeah, you're gonna hit.
Sorry, I'm looking at cannon damage. 5d10. Oh wow.
yeah. Remember when I crit with that cannon into the Kraken?
Yep.
Yes. 8, 9. That was 9 is 18. Plus 4 is 22.
22 points of damage to the hull of their ship.
To the helm of
Or the helm.
whichever one I was shooting at. We'll just say it was 1.
The first one?
Sure, we'll say it's ship 1. Can we?
You got it. Yep.
Cool.
Is that the main ship?
I don't
That
know.
is the main ship.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
6 night.
The main ship with the ballistas on it.
You said how much points of damage?
22, I think it was.
22, you got it.
The other ships just moved, right?
The other ships moved and fired a ballista.
If their helm is as beefy as ours, they're at about half now. If it's not as beefy as ours, then they're looking hurt.
They're already looking hurt.
Oh well, there we have
Smaller
it.
ship.
6 night.
That's right. 6 9.
I mean, if I've learned
The captain's
anything,
over there like, whoa!
if I've learned anything from Battlefront 2 on the PS2, it's to kill everything that moves the ship.
Yes. Yep. You're right. You're right.
All right. That is going to bring us
Disabled
to
ship. It's not a very good
top
ship.
of the round. Holland, what are you doing? Zeros, you're on deck.
Oh gosh, I guess I'll help Strad and Thad fire another ballista shot.
You got it.
Ballista. Oh, I guess I should. That's a good idea. Ranged attack plus 6 to hit.
Still at disadvantage.
Still a
Because they're
disadvantage.
at 320, I believe. Let me look at your stats.
Caffeine?
Yeah, it's probably not
Don't
gonna
help anymore.
Yeah, they gotta be within 120 feet to not be at disadvantage.
Dang, maybe Warfare sucks.
That is a 10. Probably not.
A 10, what are you aiming for?
Probably just the hull.
The hull of the ship?
Let's say hull of ship 2.
Gotta love this coordinated attack
Yeah.
as we fire at random targets.
That does not hit the hull. Apologize.
That's true.
Alright, so you kind of fire this ballista, it goes right in between two of the ships, barely missing the hull, and then skids into the water. Strand that are getting visibly annoyed, and they're already like trying to load up another one and get it ready.
Calm down, boys.
Alright,
Still got
Zeros,
a
what are you
chance,
doing?
It's all good.
Gotta reload it.
Okay.
Alright, so you're reloading the cannon. Alright, Cress. What's Cress doing? She running down below deck to help reload.
I think she's a powder monkey anyway, so probably.
She was just running around on deck.
Oh, that sounds about right.
I guess.
She will run down and help reload the second. So there are two that are reloaded now. Kellic, that brings us to your turn.
You said they're 320 feet away from us, yeah?
Yes.
And from my vantage point from the cannons on the port side, I can see the boats approaching.
Yes.
How far away are the ships from each other?
They're in a tight triangle formation.
Yeah.
20 feet maybe.
Oh, 20, 20, 20?
Yeah, so maybe from edge of one to edge of the other, maybe 80 feet completely across. There's about 20 feet between them.
I think we're about to
We really need to check how control water works, because I can destroy all these ships with a number of actions. But I would like to
being in the middle of
hold
ocean and just catching the
control water
ship is the
for
best
when they
option.
come within... Wait,
And then
hang on.
lightning bolting the helm or the sails went up.
Yeah, the range on control water is 300 feet. I would like to hold control water until the ships are within 300 feet, which I imagine they'll be very fucking shortly.
Yes.
That's my turn.
That's how control water works. There's no looking it up.
No, I meant that I can just do it over and over.
Yeah, it's like you're concentrating on that spell.
It's so fucking silly. All right,
That's a lot of 25% chances.
it's worse than that.
All right. So that will be Kelric is now. You guys, as you guys now see after he's fired this, he's now waving these arcane sigils throughout the air and holding this spell. That is going to bring us to the first ship's turn, who moves another 80 feet forward and is going to fire 2 ballista shots at your guys' sails. He is trying to knock them completely down.
Kind of fucked if we lose our sails and make it out of the fight.
12 and 19 to hit.
That's fair. I don't know how well that'll work. Yeah, sail. Those
Someone?
both hit.
I think 12 and 19 both hit.
Yes, they do. 12 just hits.
First one is 10 points of damage to your sails. Second one, though, 11 points of damage to your sails.
So 23 points total.
23.
No, 21.
21. 21 points total for the sails.
Thank you. Sorry, I was
You're fine.
Doing
That's
something.
why I was keeping track.
doing math.
All right, that is going to bring us to Tophin, your turn.
I will reload my cannon and then run to Avaria.
Okay, you reload your cannon, then you run to Avaria. You got it. All right, that brings us to the second ship's turn, who moves another 80 feet forward, keeping in line with the other one, who is going to fire his ballista at the hull of your guys' ship. 13 to hit. Does not hit. That is going to bring us to Ezra's turn. Constitution saving throw for her. See if she continues sleeping. DC is significantly lower this time.
These are still plus 6.
Yes.
15 plus 6. 21.
Ezra awakens, and as she's she runs up to the deck. She sees all of you reloading and sees that there's one cannon left to reload. She very quickly reloads it, and then, in like a puff of mist, disappears and reappears back on the ship. Those of you that are on the top of the ship can see she is now holding 2 daggers in either of her hands, and there is like almost like a slight aura about her that is a little ominous. We'll get to that.
Ezra's cool as fuck.
Ezra is cool as fuck.
All right, that brings us to your turn, Avaria.
And hold my action.
Forward, holding a spell.
Really spell? No. No.
What are you holding your action for?
Preparing for the right moment.
You need to define your
Yeah,
action.
you have to say what you're doing.
Holding my Staff of Thunder and Lightning action
Okay. Or what?
to attack.
When they get in range?
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to the third and final ship's turn, another 80 feet forward. They are now... Oh, God, math. They were 320, so now they are 240 away from you guys.
They're all within 300 feet.
Yes.
Control water goes off. Would you like to know how this works, Matt? I've done the math.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're in a formation that is 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet, 80 feet total between all the ships, right?
Yeah, basically.
I can choose a 100-foot cube and cause a wave to go from left to right. Any huge or smaller object is carried from one side to the other. These two boats are going to hit the third boat.
Yeah.
They're all carried to the other side, and they all have a 25% chance of capsizing on top of that.
Let me find my...
This is why I say we need to check how our control water works,
This is
because
how control
Well, that also depends on the size.
if
of
I
the
can do
boats.
that every round, they are so fucking hard.
I think you have to do
They're
it in
all
that
smaller than
same.
us, and we're gargantuan
I don't
ships.
know
They
if
gotta
I don't
be huge
know-
or smaller.
I don't know if you can change the area you pick though.
That's.
Is the only thing
I wish I
Here we go.
knew.
because it
First
does say
one?
pick
Oh, you're
an
rolling
area.
capsizes, or you're rolling their damage for
capsizes.
hitting each other?
Capsizes.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna roll the damage that they hit each other. Ooh, 53% on the first one, so it does not capsize.
That's good. He's
For
gonna hit his
reference,
friends.
25 or lower.
25 or lower.
Okay.
Second one.
Confirming which 25% we're using.
Ooh, 15%. The head boat
These
capsizes.
guys are going overboard.
Third and final boat. It is out of my view. It is a 70%.
So, ship on the left goes into capsizing ship in the middle.
So like as you form this massive wave off in the distance, it just picks up one ship, and as it's kind of like tilting, slams it into the other, and just they completely fall over into the side, capsizing the boat, and then it slams both of them into the other boat. Go ahead and roll. Two boats smashing into each other. That's gonna be a fuck ton of damage. Roll 12d6 for me.
Oh my god. I don't know if I want to fucking roll those dice. I'm not
Who
rolling the
needs a
dice.
fireball?
I'm using a virtual dice roll. No, actually, fuck it. This is an amazing moment. I have
got
6.
5.
Oh wait, 6. 6. 6 plus 5. I need one more out of that. Or actually, no, I've got one more here.
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't realize I had this one. Ugh. What the fuck?
Lots of
It's
ones.
so much.
Matt, no!
Aw.
9.
Hold up.
10, 20, 23, 26, 31, 32, 36, 40, 43. 43.
43 for each ship.
Wow.
Into
Yep, they're all bundled up.
Dude, these guys must be going nuts right now.
so
They're
you
like,
can
what
hear
the fuck?
Fuck 'em up.
like as they're like, oh my god, what is that? Just people screaming off in this as this massive wave comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm just going to pull out kind of a pinch of dust and splash it against my forearm and go, Gregor, I'm going to give you an opening. As I just move my hands like this, all the boats just get shifted.
That is
It's so stupid.
the third boat is now barely holding together. The first boat, which also takes the damage from smashing into the other, is looking damaged. It's definitely splintered and has some shattered bits, but it's holding together. The third boat, people are swimming quickly to the other two. That brings us to that. Okay, so that was your hold action. So this is the ship's turn now. The second ship, which now is almost damaged, they're going to make
150 feet for the mercy kill, baby.
they're going to make a 90-degree turn and try to run.
No, don't run.
So they're 240 from us?
They think they can run from us.
They actually can run from us.
Not me.
Well, actually, they can't really run from me.
All right, that brings us to the Onyx Whisperer and Breger's turn. What is he doing?
Fucking
Let's
chase
see.
them.
Do I got?
No, it's so much
Hold
worse.
on. Do we have 3 cannon actions? It says 3 actions available. Can I fire 3 cannons?
At the
You have
ship.
3 actions.
Hmm.
Yeah, I will remind you that you only have. Oh no, Ezra helped you with the final one. You guys do have all 3 cannons loaded.
Sure, then we'll fire off all 3 cannons. Let's do it at the ship that's more hurt.
Okay. You got it. Roll for your cannon. Roll for your cannon. Roll for a cannon.
Disadvantage
Actually-
still?
Roll for cannon. I've done plenty of rolls.
Sure.
I've done plenty.
Disadvantage still? They're outside of 200
Disadvantage
feet?
because they're still out of the 200 feet.
That's cocked. Rolled fucking amazing. I was aiming at the hull of the more damaged one.
Correct. Yeah.
Is it still +5?
Yeah.
Yep.
19 for me.
That's gonna hit.
15.
15's gonna hit, just barely.
7.
7 is not gonna hit, unfortunately.
Damage.
So
5d10.
as Gregor's just like, men, fire! And just these 3 cannons just go flying throughout the air. One lands to the side, and these 2 just burst through the side of this other one. Roll your guys' 5d10, please.
Oh my god.
40.
It's sunk.
Hell yeah!
I rolled 3 10s.
The ship, as you guys see these 2 cannons go flying through the air and they just smash through the side, and the ship just begins to crumble under its own weight. It is just falling into the water. The men are yelling, screaming, jumping overboard, and starting to swim to the 3rd and final ship that is now turned and begun to try and hightail it out of there.
And with our movement, we're gonna move 40.
Movement is one of your actions.
That is one of our actions? Okay,
Yes.
never mind that.
I drew you a new chart.
Don't
Ellen.
do it. That's what we got for.
This is the boat that's running. These
And Barker just looks
Oh
up.
yeah, no, those guys are fine.
Ezra, I think our men handled it, but you're welcome to stay. And she just kind of looks back and gives a bit of a smirk. Alright, that is going to bring us top of the round. Holland, what are you doing?
Me and the boys are gonna fire off another ballista at the
got it.
at the helm of the
Fucking
last
nuts.
ship.
So
Go ahead and disadvantage for the last ship.
Sure. So let's see.
Jesus.
I rolled 3s.
That's
two
an 8.
fives.
No,
What is it?
it's an 8. No,
That does not hit,
This is a
unfortunately.
disadvantage, just kicking my ass.
It is. Zeros, what are you doing?
I mean, I guess I'll load it again.
Reload one of the cannons. You got it. You start reloading one of the cannons. Crest will again help reload one of the cannons. You guys now have 2 cannons reloaded. Elric, what are you doing?
You said they're 240 feet from us?
Yes, they are.
Amazing. I create a tidal wave behind them that carries them 100 feet in our direction. And they have a 25% chance of capsizing.
Just the one left has
Yep.
85.
Okay.
That's fine. They're carried 100 feet in our direction, so now they're 140. Granted, they do have a broadside on us now.
They're also turned sideways. They did turn 90 degrees and are trying to hightail it out of there. So
They
you
don't
guys are,
have a
you guys are
broadside
side
on
by
us.
side staring at each other.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So
and as
we're-
you're looking at the side of the ship, they don't have portholes on the side for cannons. They only have ballistas on top of
Oh,
the
these
ships.
guys came for the wrong fight.
Dude, these guys are about to get sunk.
What are they doing?
No, we're gonna steal their ship.
The ship's pretty damaged. But,
It's nothing a little mending.
alright, that brings us to the first ship's turn, which is sunk. So their men are just swimming over. Well, let's see. We're gonna roll some d20s here and see how many of their men make it.
Oh god.
Only 12 of their men make it to the ship. The rest seemed to be lost at sea.
Yeah, for the record, all those... God, this is horrifying. All those men were carried 100 feet in a tidal wave.
Yeah, as that tidal wave came flying, you guys just saw the tidal wave send bodies flying through the air. And the men are just like, ah! Just screaming as they're going flying through the air.
What have I
Put these
done?
guys
Dude,
on
these
a
guys
water
have to think
slide.
the sea god is mad at them or something.
What have I done?
Topher, that brings us to your turn. What are you doing?
Oh no.
Varia,
Yes.
have something big.
I got big.
I got big.
I'm gonna dimension door us to the 3rd boat.
Jesus Christ.
Right into the middle of it.
What? So, as you kind of like reach out and you like almost grab a handle that's there and you pull it back, this greenish energy begins to appear and you grab Avaria and you both step through. Find yourselves in the other boat. And the men haven't at first glance and not even noticed. They're yelling, they're screaming. People are tying down things. They're trying to pull the sails tight. The captain is just still spinning the wheel trying to get it. And then they'll just stop for a second. And the captain's like, oh fuck.
I held my action.
What are you doing?
So we're gonna do thunder and lightning.
What does it do?
I don't know, but it's horrifying sounding.
I get to use lightning strike and thunderclap.
What?
So
What?
Please read it.
So for lightning strike, you can use an action to
It's
cause
straight
a
up lightning
bolt of
bolt.
lightning to leap from the staff's tip in a line that is 5 feet wide. 5 feet
Where are
wide.
you aiming your lightning bolt?
Catch as many people as possible.
So I mean, there's not really groups of people standing together.
We need them. That's our new crew.
I want to make sure,
don't
like,
kill them
I'm
all.
getting, like, can I get, like, into, like, the staff and, like, just shoot
the
it?
mast of the ship. Yeah.
I just want to shoot it and see
Never
if I can
mind, we're
get
not
people.
stealing the boat. We're just gonna destroy
Okay.
it.
Go ahead and roll.
Hold
your-
on. There's thunderclap too.
Just go ahead and roll the lightning damage.
But
first.
also, no, each creature in that line must make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
this
They
item's
both fail.
cracked.
They both fail? Okay, so they take 9d6 lightning damage.
Oh, it's upcast from that thing.
See,
isn't
what we were gonna do is we were gonna teleport to one boat, lightning bolt the other boat,
That's 10.
Sorry.
and then thunderclap the one we were on.
it? I
but
kind of messed that one up, huh?
then you fucking sank two of the boats.
18, 19,
I'm not complaining.
Dude, I don't know what to say.
31, 37.
So as you kind of like aim the staff downwards, and this lightning arcs out from it, just goes straight through, and there's like a small like singed hole where smoke is slowly coming up to the center of the mast, and you just hear two men yell on the other side, and as you look, two burnt corpses are just like standing in the air, and then they just fall over.
So now thunderclap.
Yep, what's Thunderclap do?
You can use the action to cause the staff to issue a deafening thunderclap audible out to 600 feet. Each creature within 60 feet of you, not including myself, must make a DC 17 Constitution
Tofen.
saving throw.
Wait, do you do?
I know.
You do both of those immediately?
Yes.
What?
That's the staff, bro. That's
That's cast
nuts.
lightning bolt and thunder.
Only one succeeded.
Okay, so the other one takes
Tophin, you gotta make this too.
2d6
I know.
thunder damage and becomes deafened for 1 minute.
I was prepared.
And on a successful save, a creature takes half damage and isn't deafened. So 2d6. So that's 6.
I rolled a 23 on the
The
save.
other guy, there's just like guys grabbing their heads as this like massive thunderclap comes out at the same time as the lightning bolt, and the captain's just sitting there stunned,
We fucking.
and he just grabs a handkerchief and starts waving a white flag.
Ivory just starts clapping.
And that brings us to Ezra's turn. See if she can see the white flag.
Yep.
Ezra's about to go ham on these fools.
Ezra does not see the white flag. You guys were below deck, and Ezra does not know you were on the other ship.
Oh no.
So Ezra is going to reach her hand out and cast Hunger of Hadar on the other ship. So this massive 60-foot wide orb of blackness just swells around you guys, and you can just hear this like slithering as the tentacles start lashing out at everything within the massive sphere. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws. I believe it's dexterity. Let me double check. It might be.
That was cocked, unfortunately. Oh, that was worse. Much worse.
Yep, dexterity saving throws.
11 for me.
11 for me.
Those are two failures.
Yeah, it is.
You don't understand. Delete.
Where?
Bro, it's like see these, bro.
12, 18, 20 points of cold damage as these like slithering tentacles start lashing out at everything around, and the men are screaming in horror.
Does Hunger of Hadar, or am I thinking of a different one? Does it obscure the area with magical darkness?
It is magical darkness.
So she put that in the center of the ship.
Yes.
The captain's at the helm. Which side of the darkness is the helm on? As opposed to us on the ship.
It is sideways, so she put it in the center, so you guys can see
So
the
the
back of
captain
the
would be
ship,
back here.
and you guys can see the front of the ship.
Yeah. So the captain
Yeah.
would be like back here, fucking. Oh my God! Stop.
Yeah, no. She rolled a 3 on her perception check. She didn't see shit on that ship.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to bring us to your turn, Avaria, and because you started your turn inside Hunger of Hadar, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Wait, why are you happy?
Yeah,
that
that's
you're
the
getting
first
hurt?
time I've seen
That's a
anyone come for
5.
dex.
That is another 20 points of cold damage.
Oh shit!
Cold? Wow.
She's just killing everybody in that boat.
Okay, so
I
mean,
cleric doesn't
I
know right now.
She's resistant to cold. It's okay.
yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
fine.
right,
We're
that's
good.
right.
We're good. We're good.
You're cutting those in half, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, just making sure.
Is the water like still going nuts out there?
You can't see anything. There's magical darkness all around you. It is pitch black.
Okay, well I guess I'm just gonna start, running and try to get to the edge of the boat so I can not dive off.
As you start running, you just and then kind of like clothesline yourself and fall over the side of the boat. As you guys are kind of looking over at the side of the boat, Zeros, Keller, and Alan, you just see Ivory just faceplant, belly flop into the water. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yeah, because you just belly flopped off like a 50-foot
Oh, wearing plate.
Hang on.
Well,
Oh!
plate might help.
Sorry, half plate.
Plate might help.
That might half help.
Hang on.
Good one. Don't say that shit.
What am I doing?
Constitution saving throw.
Don't have a thingy for that?
No. You do if it's for concentration, but
Oh.
not now.
I thought-
I think at least.
Wait, the stone?
Oh, I failed that.
Oh, it upped her constitution, but yeah, that's already included in the bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
That's a 7 plus the
A 7. You have no movement left. You just faceplant and are
7
almost
plus
like
4.
disoriented for a short minute as you faceplant into the water. That is going to bring us to the ship's turn. The captain is waving his white flag and he is just spinning the wheel as fast as possible and turns the ship another 90 degrees.
That's not surrendering.
Pointing at us or running
Oh,
away?
Running
I have
away.
advantage on con saving throws. See?
Oh, you do?
Yes.
That's
That's
not a
only-
surrender. That's
Oh,
a
maintain your
retreat.
That is a
concentration
retreat.
on a spell.
That's not a
Dang.
surrender. That's a retreat.
Yeah.
He just broke the Geneva Convention. He just surrendered under false pretenses. That's against the Geneva Convention.
It's fine
False
if we
surrender.
murder him, then it's okay.
False surrender. Time to die.
Alright, gotta put the DM in front of a war tribunal. Right on.
Yeah.
That brings us to Breger's turn.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll, see if he sees the white flag?
Go for it. He is proficient in dexterity. Don't remember without looking at his stat block, but I believe it's +8.
You mean wisdom? +8.
Yeah.
He's proficient in perception.
Yes. Is that what did I say?
You said
You said,
dexterity.
yeah, you said dex.
Oh, my bad.
That's a 18 plus things.
Oh yeah, 18 plus 8. So yeah, he definitely sees that white flag,
Okay.
but he also sees them turning tail.
Let's see. I want them to stop, but I don't want them to sink the ship.
Hit the sails.
Yeah, let's use one action. You know what? Let's do 2 cannons. Let's do 2 cannons.
And we would still.
Yeah, we'd still be in perfect cannon
So
firing
whoever's
range,
on
especially
2
at
cannons
sails.
right now.
There's only 2 cannons, 2 fire, so
Okay.
Zeros
Yeah, whoever's got
and
him.
Press will fire 2 cannons.
Get him,
No
boys.
longer disadvantage because they're in range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preferably not.
Because they were
Aim-
coming at us, and then I dragged them 200 feet this direction.
Aiming at the sails. 19.
It's gonna hit the sails.
9.
It's not gonna hit the sails.
While Tofin's rolling the damage, I'll use the 3rd action to start to move the ship
Jesus
to
Christ.
catch up with them.
To redirect you guys more to chase.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
still-
31.
31. The mast shatters and it just goes plummeting into the water. And you just see
Does it
as you guys
crush
are looking
Mario?
across. Yeah. Opposite side of this ship.
Yeah.
You see the captain just like
Prepared for it. Echo! No! No way!
drops his head. And he's just still waving it in the air, but he's like his head's just lowered.
Jeez.
Re-ripped him a new one.
I
Pretty
will.
disgusting what just happened to those 3 ships.
There are roughly, and let me roll a couple more damages for the Hunger of Hadar here. Are you staying in there? Or are you getting off?
I mean, I assume I'm gonna try to shamble my way towards the helm if I can orient myself.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4 for me, see which direction you walk.
Shit.
4.
So you walk west. So
What the what the fuck does west mean?
west means you are walking towards the helm of the ship.
Sweet.
Wonderful.
All right. Before you exit though, you do take 16 points of cold damage.
Yeah.
All right. And everyone else on that ship is now falling just one after another. You hear bodies dropping as you're walking through, and you hear these whispering horrors throughout this magical darkness, and these slithering tendrils just moving throughout, and just body after body falling as these men continually to take this damage. Eventually you exit out and you can see the captain has just hung his head after his master's fallen overboard, and he's just waving the flag in the air. And that will bring us to the end of combat.
So good. Before we end combat, I would like to specify that Helen will run over and tie some 50-foot hemp rope to the side of the boat so Varia can climb up, if she so chooses.
If she so chooses.
Varia's having a great time in the water right now, guys.
What's the sitch on
You did see Varia fall overboard, by the way, and you're still concentrating
Yes,
on the
I
water.
was going to ask that, but I would also... What's the sitch on the two boats? One's capsized,
They're
one's
sunk. Like they're slowly sinking into the water.
Any crew in the water as well?
I mean, yeah, there's men like clinging to it as they see their other ship is no longer is nothing.
I will... Sorry, now we're in theater mind, like 100%. Assuming I can control water and cause a flood, I will throw Avaria up on deck.
Yeah, easy enough to do. You kind of like bring her back with the control water and then bring her up on deck.
And I will also...
So it's like that
It's
scene
like,
where
what, I have like
Moana
10 minutes of
just-
this? I forget. It's dumb. I have like 10 minutes of this, don't I?
Yeah. Control water is a strong spell when you're on the water.
Yep, I have 10 minutes of this crap. I will make my way over to Breger and be like, Captain, are you taking prisoners? I can get them ashore just like I did her.
There are many left.
We might be able to turn in a bounty on their heads, but that's up to you.
That's up to you. You're the captain of this ship.
I like the sound of the money.
We're close. We're close enough to shore. If we want to bring our own prisoners, let's do it.
I will grab with a 100-foot cube as many of these dudes. Don't you do that? Don't you horny that?
This is it. I'm just thinking of the whole scene, like they're in the water, like, oh my god, it's caught my scene.
Yeah, they're just like up on the top of the wave again.
I'm sure they are fucking terrified.
Roll 2 d20s for me, so many men you save in your 100-foot cube.
Can I use portents?
I want to cry right
Sure.
now.
Can I actually look at my portents and see if I want to use one? I do want to. I don't want wanton death.
I don't know. Avaria just turned 2 guys into fucking
Absolute
Kentucky Fried
fucking
Chicken.
Dude, that's not talking about all of these men that just like
I
instantly.
will
went
use one of the
forward
portents
into
to
the
make
water.
it 17. The second, 8. So
So we
25.
25 altogether.
25 altogether.
So you have 25 men now standing soaking wet in the center of the Onyx Whisperer, just cowering. A few of them reaching for their rapiers on the sides of their sides, but others of them are just cowering.
I'll just look at them.
Avaria wants to just staff her lightning staff.
You don't want to do that. This is like we have a crew on our deck as well, right?
Yeah, you guys have a crew on your deck, but your crew is much smaller and much more capable people.
Yeah, I was about to say. So, yes.
So Ezra's standing like right next to you, and you guys now can see, those of you that are up on the deck of the ship now can see Ezra in her very ominous looking form. I was waiting to describe this because nobody could really see it besides Holland. But there is like a black aura around Ezra.
Quick question as I get done saying you don't want to do that. Of the 25 I've scooped aboard, does any of them look like a captain? In dress. Assuming that some dress like a captain, like how Captain Breger does.
Does not appear to be.
So whoever's second in command, save your men. And do it now.
Or 3rd.
One second.
You know,
I guess if I can revise that. Whoever's next in command, save your men.
We might have killed the whole command
We might
structure.
have killed the immediate command structure, but there's always that one salty sailor who's got a lot of respect.
One salty.
He's very salty.
You know what I'm talking
now.
about? The guy who's been on the ship longer than the captain, but he's not captain, but everybody respects
He
him.
might be Kentucky Fried.
that's totally possible.
Kentucky Fried Sailor.
I hate you guys.
Might be
so
secretly a
much.
colonel.
Yeah, they're either Cedarmites in food or.
You get popcorn.
Where is?
You go.
I always wanted a whiskey coaster.
You can get a
There
whiskey.
you go.
Here you go, chat. While he's doing that. Oof.
So eventually, A man steps forward. I guess I'm the next in charge.
Then save them.
He's
Tell them
like
to stow their weapons and throw them to the floor.
the fucking
Or to
newbie.
the deck.
Make an intimidation check.
Ivory stand behind him.
Can the sphere of black tentacles give him advantage?
Is there any...
I'm saying,
I'm
Ivory
actually
just...
gonna ask this, DM. Is there any fucking way this is a disadvantage?
No.
Because they just got absolutely handed to them. Okay, well, it's fine. Is it an advantage?
I mean, come on, Ivory just crisped some of their people.
Go for it.
Yeah, they
Yes!
also watched you literally just like.
It's okay. The advantage was not necessary, but I feel like advantage was warranted, considering what the fuck just happened to them. 20, dirty, sloppy.
Sloppy 20.
Sloppy 20. Dirty, sloppy, nursty 20.
Stop.
It's disgusting. It
Stop.
smells.
It
It,
is-
stinks a little bit.
After what you just did, I hope it does.
I hope it does, too.
As he's looking up at you, men, you know what she'll do. And he takes a blade and slits his throat.
Ooh. He said you know what she'll do?
Yeah. And every single one of them, unless somebody's trying to stop
Yeah,
them,
hold on,
in
hold
return, all grab their blades.
Yeah, hold on.
Hang on, I do have... If I have a reaction, or if I have an action, I would like to use it. Well, shit, maybe I wouldn't.
What kind of action?
I do have a hold person.
I've been doing the room if I just talk.
We can remember if I...
That costs a lot of diamonds.
But it is concentration, so I would lose control of it.
Just force him to talk.
One
Force
sec, I
Cutwater
want to
talk.
write down what he said. You know what she'll do?
I need them to stay on the boat, guys.
Oh my god.
I'm going to cast heat metal on at least one of their
You
swords.
doubted me.
Okay.
Try and get them to drop it.
So you go ahead and cast heat metal on one of them, and he just drops his sword. And actually, what's the con save? He's gonna try and hold on
Yeah,
to
let
it.
me check.
I hit another one with hold person, wisdom 16 saving throw. Fuck it, portent's a 5.
Cocked. Oh, yep. Okay. He fails.
I couldn't say it fast enough for
No,
you to
you're
roll.
Damage. Okay, so I gotta roll damage first before the con save then.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that, because he's gonna try and hold on to the blade.
Oh, I'm sure.
There is a sense of terror in all of their eyes.
They've met me.
And you're still on the other ship, right?
Yeah.
At the helm?
I'm currently staring at the captain, I think.
Okay, so that's 6
You are.
damage.
And then he needs the con save.
Yeah, and then con save to see if we can drop it.
It's an 18. He slits his throat.
Damn.
Singeing as he pulls it across.
Oh.
It's okay, I've got a hold person.
What would the wound have cauterized?
No.
Damn.
You're
thinking,
heating the handle, not the whole sword.
It's the whole sword.
Either way,
Huh?
Probably.
it's gonna cut like a hot knife
gentleman
through butter,
exclusively?
not
Oh, I hate that.
not
You were staring
cauterize.
down the captain, and as he watches all of his men begin to slit their own throats, meeting with her would be a fate worse than death, and he goes to reach for his own.
Look him up! I mean,
Yeah, get him.
I got one held.
Oh,
I
you have
cast
one? Sick.
Divine Clash right at his hand to try to
Oh.
knock the sword out of his
Go ahead and make a spell to attack roll to hit.
21.
That's gonna hit. He goes to pull this scimitar out of the side of his belt, and as he does, you just hit it with this like almost a wave of energy and just knocks it to the ground.
Kick it off the deck.
He drops to his knees. Just end me. I can't face her.
Ooh.
Silvera.
Does that mean anything to me?
No.
A pirate queen.
I'm gonna need more details, friend.
Consort of the sea shall devour all souls. And he turns and begins to run off the side of the deck. He's trying to die. What are you doing?
Fucking shoot him in the leg.
Okay, this is a called shot, so it's a bit of a higher DC. So go ahead and roll to hit.
And if I miss, I'll fucking shoot him again.
Yeah, but he's still got 30 feet, and 30 feet's gonna get him off the side.
Natural 1 for the first one.
You go to shoot, and he's too quick. He just goes jumping, and is beginning to dive into the water. What are you doing? You like run over to the side. He is about halfway down the side of the ship as he's diving in.
Sorry, I'm looking at options.
For the record, DM, I did upcast hold person at 3rd.
Okay.
Just to diversify slots here.
I has to be willing. Shit. I don't have any way to
While he's doing that, Captain,
catch him.
while he's doing that, DM, I will say, Captain, I think manacles are in order, as I have one of them frozen in
Yeah,
hold
he's
person.
just frozen there with like his blade like barely up to his throat, and he's just like trembling from the energy holding him there. Yes,
I know that
please
we're
take care of that.
I know that we're theater of mind. As written, it would be at the end of each of its turns. It can make another saving throw.
I assume you would have done it like instantaneously as you held him.
Well, I stopped him, but that was my action. I would hope to imagine somebody wrested the blade out of his paralyzed fingers.
Okay, so I'll give him 1 save. What's your DC?
16.
That's a 15.
Shit.
Close.
I'll have Spud go and disarm him real quick. Stick his neck up.
And Ezra walks over with a pair of manacles, grabs his arms, bends them behind his back, and slaps them on.
Wait,
I'm gonna
What
look
you got there, buddy?
Spud, you got a weapon? What's going on?
over the edge as he's falling.
Little pirate bandana.
Think about casting a spell. Kind of instinctively go to cast it, and then just stop.
He just dives into the water, and you can see he is not coming back up. He's just diving.
Sorry.
Going to look for some expensive wine.
And eventually,
I'm enjoying the
depending how long are you watching?
Once I see he doesn't come up,
Eventually there's bubbles.
30 minutes, a minute, I'm gonna stop. Then
Bubbles.
I will
Eventually, bubbles surface, and
I
if
will.
you continue to wait, a body slowly floats to the surface.
start attempting to turn the boat.
Dude, that's fucking grim.
There are no sails left on this boat, so it will not move in its current condition. It'll just drift in the water.
Oh, wait, hang on. Well,
Well, I can like influence the direction it drifts, right? To like rotate it.
You can rotate the rudder so this which way it goes, but it's just.
I'm gonna attempt to rotate it parallel with our ship.
Okay. Easy enough.
I don't suppose there's like a pirate ship towing service out here, is there?
DM, quick question, and only because I guess I want you to consider it for all campaigns and or every time you run a nautical thing. The ship that we have loses -5 for every 25 damage taken.
For the sails.
Yes. Its hit points are 100. When you lose the sails, do you lose all movement, or are you
lose
just
all-
down 20?
You lose all movement.
Okay. Because my thoughts were, does a ship have an innate speed?
No, if it
I
loses
know that's full fantasy realm type thing.
if it loses its sails, it loses its ability to kind of to propel
To
it
do
forward.
anything.
To
got
propel
it.
it forward.
To do anything regarding movement. Got it. Understood.
So, Stradmill and Thadmill have already they've pulled out hammers, they've pulled out carpenter's tools, and they've begun repairing the ship.
We took exactly,
I am.
for record, we took 1 point of hull damage and 51 to our sails,
I'm going
Hell
to
yeah.
which means
Start
we fucking
ritual
slapped
casting
them.
detect magic on this ship,
Okay.
and kind of get partway through it, and then just fucking shove everything to the side and stop,
Okay.
and then just go loot
Make an investigation check for me.
dead bodies, the rest of the ship, whatever I can find.
So we are 35 feet, 5 sailing into the wind, 50 sailing with the wind. Just
11.
for record, for your knowledge.
11. Across all the bodies you find, and I mean, are you picking up all their weapons?
Not if they don't look particularly interesting.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing you find looks particularly interesting. The only thing you do find that looks particularly interesting is you find on the captain that scimitar he went to pull out. Or wait, the captain dove overboard.
Well, the scimitar is on the
scimitar fell on
deck.
the ground.
Right, but there was something else next to it. Sorry, that's gone.
Who had the body?
The body
That's
is
kinda
floating.
metagamey.
The body is floating in the water.
That's kind of metagamey, but the body is there.
Make a perception check. Let's just see if you notice it.
Sure. Yeah, you can set up.
No, I did.
Okay.
Unless a 10 sees it.
It does not. You find about 130 gold pieces across all the dead bodies. You find a small chest with roughly another 1,000 gold pieces in it.
Shit.
And in the chest, or sitting on top of it whenever you found it, was a small idol that has like a coiled up black serpent.
I take it.
Okay.
And with that roll, that's all I find, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything?
Other than making sure that the one guy who has lived is stowed away with no weapons or any capability of...
Yeah, they do have a makeshift brig that they throw together and they put him in it.
What do we do with the drunken sailor?
You know what? I'm going to attempt to put the captain's body back on the ship.
Okay, how are you doing that? Just jumping in and pulling him back on?
I'm gonna try to jury rig a rope.
You're gonna claw machine him?
Basically, I'm
Make a
gonna
sleight of
jury
hand
rig a
check.
rope.
Ah.
Fucking 10.
Okay, you have a rope. What are you doing with it?
Making a loop. Jumping in the water. Swing the loop around the captain and tighten it.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna climb back up the ship, and then I'm gonna pull the rope back up.
Make a strength check.
Preferably with some sort of lever for leverage, but
Make a strength check for me.
natural 20.
You just, and that last second as he gets to the top, he just kind of body sits there,
And we're crossing fishing camp.
and he's unconscious, just
Just like,
sucked in as much water as he could.
Oh, but he's not dead.
He's dead.
He's unconscious.
He out here looking like a blobfish.
On the side of his hilt, there was a bit hidden behind his scimitar. You find a long mastercraft dagger that has a black serpent's head that kind of coils up around the pommel, and it has two glowing red rubies. Not glowing, but like the way the sun hits them makes them appear glowing in for the eyes.
I'm not even sure I want that. That seems spooky.
while that's going on, I guess I'll make my way to the ship we just fucking eviscerated and go help Stratton's dad fix it up a little bit.
They're working on your guys' ship.
Oh, our ship. Okay.
Well, I don't think we're keeping the
they're
other ship.
mostly
It's
doing sales
fucked.
It's fog? That's true.
We fucking
Yeah, never
snapped the
mind
main
then.
mast in half.
You'd think that.
Can't mend them.
Are you gonna use your control water to pull the mast into place while Stratton's dead?
Honestly,
Not just me. We got a whole boat here.
I'm sure there's enough rope. We could just tie it to the back of ours. Get it into port. It's fine.
Wouldn't it be great if the Spread Eagles had their own ship? What would they name it? What would they possibly name it?
we're not gonna find out.
The Bob.
Wait, hold on. What if someone casts Reduce? And
We already established you can't cast Reduce on a ship.
if we have, like, enough people cast Reduce...
Still can't do it.
Okay, well, what if I just, like, take a spare pocket marble, go to one side of the ship, take somebody else to the other side of the ship, and we slowly close
A pocket marble only holds 5 square feet.
Well,
What
that's
about if you
Fizzlin
take a
said.
lot of pocket
Is
marbles?
Fizzlin stress tested his product?
You go ahead and try that. When we end up in the Astral Sea, I'm gonna ask you to talk to Campaign 2.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
enlarge reduce does just say a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried. I don't think anyone is wearing or carrying the ship.
It is outside the realm of the spell.
Oh, I'm just giving shit. Yeah, I guess I'll
Sucker.
take the dagger and just flip it into the haversack, into one of the side
That's
pockets,
cool.
and then make my way.
What?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
To our boat,
Easy enough.
and
Put
then.
yourself back on the boat.
Well, I don't think anything more is salvageable of that boat.
Well, Captain,
I'd say we
might there be enough to limp it to
send it to its
port?
death.
Well,
If you're carrying any spare sails, can we get something basically functional? Enough to get it
We
limped
have
on
our own
board.
spare sails, but they're going to be used to repair ours.
Does this ship have one sail or one mast or three masts?
One mast. One massive mast in the center.
Ships are boring.
It's not a fucking Spanish galleon.
Yeah. Oh, it is gargantuan, so. Okay.
There's usually one course of action for things like this. Men, fire! That's for you down at the cannon. Are you firing?
I mean, Captain, I could also just.
I was gonna ask you to fireball it.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
I'll do that too.
And go ahead and roll at advantage because it's sitting still.
Good.
What'd you get on the first one?
That one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
24.
Does he crit on 19 with the cannons too?
No. You go ahead and the cannon goes flying over and it just crashes through the side of the hull and the ship kind of breaks into and just startlingly begins to float. And as the captain's sitting there, he kind of reaches into his coin purse, pulls out a gold coin and just kind of flips it into the sea.
Later.
Is there any cargo floating from the other two ships?
I mean, yeah, there's floating cargo, but it's hard to tell what any of it is.
Captain, do you think it's worth checking out the refuse, the debris?
If we want to spend time on it, we can, but if I had to guess, I would say most of it was rations or watered-down gunpowder. But actually, I don't see any cannons. There's probably no gunpowder. Mostly just rations and supplies for sailing, which will mostly be waterlogged and no good.
Why do you think they engaged us?
Why do pirates do anything? Stealing.
So 3 versus 1, we had cannons, they didn't.
Their ships were more built for... I assume their goal was to make it to the ship and try and ransack us. And try to slow us down with their ballistas from afar. But, as you can see, they never made it close.
Yeah.
I mean, they did make it close.
If you didn't have control water, they would have gotten to you.
That's probably true.
We were absolutely ready to teleport in the middle of all of those ships and just start going
See, I didn't know you
nuts.
guys had that master plan. That was fucking awesome, by the way. Props to you too. I'll lob a firebolt at any part of either of the 3 ships that seems like it needs one.
Okay. You just sit there and you lob a few firebolts out until...
Or sorry, fireball.
Oh. I was gonna say, because firebolt's gonna take you a while.
No, I don't have fireball. Or firebolt. I have fireball.
Okay.
No bolts,
You just-
only balls.
That's right.
Unleash
Only
a
balls.
small little arcing flame, and as it lands on the top of the water and across the way, it just erupts into a low roar as you watch as the rest of the boat begins to slowly catch flame. The boat is just sitting, floating on top of the water, burning. The rest sinking to the bottom of the ocean. The bodies laying all about. Strand and Thad are throwing the men that slit their throats overboard.
No! Save me, one of them!
We did there in the break.
Save me a dead one!
They're all getting thrown overboard.
To loot?
I'm running and grabbing one of their arms of the dead peoples.
Make a dexterity saving.
Oh, that's right. She does have to speak with dead.
Yeah.
God, people! Why don't you think of anything?
I forgot that you have to speak with dead.
What am I rolling for?
Dexterity saving throw to see if you can try and grab one of them and pull them, or stop Stradman and Thadman from pulling them over.
15.
You do stop one of them.
I just need this head.
Hold on.
It's already like half severed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you
Someone already opened the tab.
No.
Now pull and release.
Yeah.
And then she's just dragging this dead corpse across
hate
the
it.
boat.
Just gotta snap. You just gotta sever the spinal
Man,
cord.
we're
and
supposed to
it'll
throw
pop
the
off.
bodies overboard.
No, not this one.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sure
Ma'am, that's
Marty's...
just a dead body.
Hold on. She's got some cool dead people skills.
The dwarf just shakes his head, and I'm never going to get rid of. This is never going to get normal.
You're gonna lean him up against
No, I know what happens to you two. It never gets normal.
the main staffy thingy. Main sail. I'm
The
gonna,
mast.
yeah, I'm gonna lean him right up against there. I'm gonna go ahead and cast my thingy.
No,
Bro, this
Matt,
guy
I
looks
know
like-
what happens at Stradmill and Thadmill in the future. It never gets normal for them.
Okay.
Are they
This is the
brothers?
future for them.
Oh.
You guys are in the past.
What?
Yeah.
That means they live. They have plot armor in our campaign. And gang.
Are they brothers?
Two dwarves now.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't
Yeah.
play their
Cast
mule
Speak
family.
with Dead.
Part of the Mule
I'm
family.
gonna cast Speak with Dead.
And what are you at? 5 questions. So this man just kind of like eyes kind of open, looks back, and his barely lifeless body is staring back at you.
Ask.
Don't say hi. It's too awkward. We just fucking destroyed their whole fleet.
What?
Avari, ask them
He's already dead.
what they were so afraid of. I don't know.
I can tell you that.
Her name apparently was Silvera?
I don't know if we all
Silvera.
heard that.
Silvera?
But only Tophin knows that.
I
Yeah,
would
that's what
also
I
just
thought.
say
That's why I interrupt before Howland gets his
Sure.
word out. Why were they? What is Silvera?
What is Silvera?
Make a persuasion check.
What?
They don't have to answer you truthfully. They can be.
They don't even have to answer, do
They don't even have to answer.
When they
it.
see when they know you as hostile, they have no compulsion to answer you truthfully.
14. I didn't come off hostile.
Oh,
I came off sweet.
You only burnt his
20
yeah, you
minutes
sent two of
ago.
those guys to the colonel, man. I
20
don't know.
minutes ago, this guy was alive in a fleet of 3 boats.
Now there are no boats.
No, it wasn't. It was
and no
like
fleet.
it was like 10 minutes.
And no guy.
Dude, imagine getting deleted off the face of the earth.
Silvera is the consort of the sea. The right hand to the king of pirates.
That's hot.
Chris is gonna try to bang.
She's the consort of the sea.
She rules and devours all.
Alright, alright.
Odd.
Do we ask where we find her? Know where we find her?
Where's
Ask what form she takes.
That's good. Also,
Oh, I don't have to roll for that.
well, I'll hit you with the next one.
What form does Solara take?
Silvera.
Silvera.
A terrifying one.
Oh my god. You basic.
That was great.
Can I slap him a little bit?
You can.
Oh wait, no, because he's gonna think
He's gonna think you're hostile.
Yeah.
He already thinks you're hostile.
Yeah, I think we're past pleasantries at this point.
I mean, if you've got one, go ahead.
No.
Where does the Pirate King keep his seat?
Where does the Pirate King keep his seat?
Under his ass.
Shut up.
Wait.
You gave Matt the
Fed it to
perfect
him.
out. Fuck
He's
off.
like, yeah, it's genius. Oh, did he sails on?
In the village of Quelden.
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
How many questions is that? 3?
That's 3.
That's great. Yeah.
Where is Quilden?
Nah, that's easy to find later.
That's,
Don't
you know,
be
a good point. Good point.
Okay, any more important questions?
Hmm.
Or is Ivory just asking questions?
I think you can have at it if I don't think of one soon. So you got something?
Nope.
Are we in any danger from Silvera?
Everybody's in danger from Silvera.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Fucking Pirate King. Sorry to be.
No,
a
that's
gas.
fine. I'm like, that's like super specific. That's good. That's good.
Does Silvera have like?
Were you sent out specifically to engage us?
Were you sent out specifically to engage us?
No.
Rude ass.
Oh, they're just pirates.
Yeah, they're just thing. All right, one more question. Do we have anything important, or do I get to ask a question?
I think let's let Avaria have her moment. Go ahead, do your thing. She's gonna have a zinger.
Oh, I'm sure.
I see the disappointment already. This pineapple.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what?
Sir, does the pineapple appear on the cheesed pizza or not?
You idiots. You guys are actually fucking 3. You guys are legitimately 3 years old.
I don't know what pizza is, and I just...
Looks in the camera, I don't know what pizza is.
Have you heard of the spread eagles?
fucking hate you.
Does pineapple belong?
I'm just gonna.
Spins a third level spell and asks the most idiotic question I've ever heard in my life.
Look, I'll take 4 out of 5 good ones.
Yeah. That's a better
I
record
am
than we
going
usually get.
Yeah, normally we
To
get
kiss
like...
him on the forehead, go. And then
Kiss a dead body.
I know. I'm gonna throw him over my shoulder, walk over to the edge, and just toss him in.
Jesus hell.
Rucker's just sitting there with like his face completely whitewashed. That is probably the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's the craziest thing
You
I've
should
ever seen.
talk about.
And I've seen some shit.
You
should
get used
talk
to
about it.
I'm sorry, what?
I need to go to bed. I'm done.
Back to construction tape raid. Ah, God.
I think I broke my group, guys. I don't even know how.
You're an absolute agent of fucking chaos.
We
I
broke
have no idea
ourselves.
any time what you're gonna do next. What's wrong with you?
As you all drift for the better half of the rest of the day, you all can get short rest for who needs it.
I will use arcane recovery.
As you begin drifting closer,
Fucking hell.
the massive docks on the horizon and the Ivory Coast, palm trees lining the gorgeous white sand beaches surrounding the Ivory Coast. A beautiful sea breeze fills all of your nostrils. A warm sun beats down from above. There is a scent of tropical fruits in the air.
Oh boy, I'm going.
The
Pineapple.
smells of spices and fruits and perfumes fill the air, fill your nostrils as you dock into the Ivory Coast.
It's everything you need.
You can see massive tents and clay-like buildings pocketing the areas, and hundreds, if not thousands, of people going to and fro between the markets, the shops, and the varying different places. And Breger just looks around at all of you. Welcome to the Ivory Coast. Paradise.
Ready to go.
Until Staria. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
I'm sorry, DM. Real quick, you said mostly clay-like buildings?
Yeah, they're like clay-like shaped buildings. They're like, fuck's the word I'm looking for? Clay-like buildings, kind of like you see in like what's it? I can't even think of the place. They're just square-shaped clay buildings.
Are they similar in color to something I'm familiar with?
Depends on what you're talking about.
Terracotta.
No.
No, okay. Oh my god. Shelby,
What a ridiculous night.
Guys,
what is
thank you
wrong
for
with
tuning in tonight.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is what we get for having Shelby here for a whole session.
You guys have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We all need a break. Bye.